everything. He lives alone. He's on his own. Yeah, okay, I walk. He goes in once a day. He cooks on his own.
Thank you, Anne.
No, he's not. He lives alone. He's on his own. Fucking hell. I've been to Darren's a load of times. I took care of Darren over the years.
Didn't you record one of the girls as well?
Pardon?
Didn't you record one of the girls?
He did a lot of things. He recorded the girls. I've got videos.
Oh my God.
And not only that, he messaged my daughter. Ask him. Said, did you mess Ricky's daughter? Did you message Rick's daughter?
Okay, so if Darren has, so at the end of the day, all this is hearsay. Until we see receipts or evidence, we don't know if any of this is true. So Darren has acknowledged that people do. I hate saying this because, you know, women are humans, whether they choose to, you know, work in the adult industry or however they choose to earn a living. I don't knock people for what they do, you know. I don't think it makes you any less of a human if you do choose to work in that industry. But like I say, we can only go on receipts with everything. And if Darren has recorded these women that have visited him, thank you everybody, without their permission, then I think that's, you know, that's a bit pervy. But again, we're only going on word of mouth. We don't know if this is true. But if he has done that, then it's bad.
And I said how old she was. He done that a few years ago. Ask him. I don't think he's going to
That ain't okay at all.
I don't think he's going to lie
Exactly,
about that.
borderline.
To say, did you mention? And he's going to say, yeah, I didn't know how old she was. Do you know what I mean? So Darren's done a lot. All right, Darren's done a lot, and that's on my daughter's life. And I don't think Darren won't lie because I've got him in the live saying it where he said, yeah, I did message your daughter. He's never lied about that. All right.
I don't know, man. Do you know what? He is. I just.
Okay, so what is the context of Darren messaging Rickster's daughter? I don't know how old Rickster's daughter is. I did see, thank you guys for all the gifts. I did see in Pearl's live, apparently she's 21. Am I right? 21. If the daughter was overage, do I think it's wrong, Darren messaging Rickster's daughter? No, unless there was anything actual there. You know, I wouldn't be messaging my friends' sons anything actual. It's a no-go area for me. She was 15. If she was 15, then that's questionable behaviour. You shouldn't be messaging 15-year-olds, whether it's in a friendly way or whatever, and people are saying she's 21. So, again, receipts. We need receipts. Thank you, TJ. If she was 15, questionable behaviour. If she was 21, it's not, you know, illegal. But personally myself, would I be messaging my friends' children? Adult children? No.
You should have said something before. And people are going to, as much as you might say, people are going to say things to you.
I've known him for years. Talia decided to talk about him the other day. I wouldn't have said a word about Darren. I would have left it. But because he's carrying on opening his mouth, saying, I want to do this and I want to play messages. There's 1,000 messages I could play about Darren. The little
Has he done?
Okay, so Rickster has just stated there, if Darren wasn't opening his mouth, I wouldn't have said anything. Now, the whole thing this morning was the fact that Talia has made claims, and I'm not going to sit here and say, do I believe Talia, do I disbelieve her, because only Talia knows that, only Talia and Darren, so it would be wrong for me to sit here and question that, right? So, if that had happened, let's just say it's happened, that Darren has done that and they was aware of this predatory, creepy behaviour, why have they sat on it so long? Right? Because this guy, surely, if he was going around touching people up, people should know about it. Why would you sit on it? Because sitting on it is saying nothing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, so why sit on all this stuff? Because SAing women is very serious. Yeah, exactly. Silence is being complicit, right? Exactly. And I don't buy this. Oh, it's because he's in a wheelchair. This is why I haven't said anything. No, just because somebody is in a wheelchair doesn't give them a pass to go around touching up women. So why have you not said something before now?
Like that to Talia before?
No, she'd only met him once.
What's that?
Thank you.
Who's that, Angela? Bloody been nights again.
Oh, he's doing his stupidness again.
Yeah.
What is that? What was that?
Alright, shit about this.
Anyway, listen, ladies, listen, it's nice talking to you. Listen, I'm going to shoot off, right? But
Sorry,
are you good?
So there we go, guys. That was the first clip. That was in Angie's box last night. Okay, so we're just going through the stages, basically. Now, Sandy, I did hear Talia say she met him on one occasion. Thank you, Kay, because I was back and forth this morning. I was like a fucking rat up a drain pipe, going from live to live to live to live. All right, so I did hear Talia say she has met him once. I did hear her say that. Yes. However, I know, look, we're all jumping ahead of ourselves, so the clips will explain the context. So you're going to hear in the clips, all right? So I did hear, hello Holiday Travels, that Talia did say she sat next to Darren on the sofa and Darren had inappropriately touched her, and then the next minute Darren was sat in his wheelchair and Talia sat on his lap in the wheelchair. So there are inconsistencies for me. Thank you, Shan. There are inconsistencies with all of this that I will back up. Right, let's go to Darren's outing at 10 o'clock this morning.
Last night he came with the mad accusations.
Right.
Now I
So he's
wasn't
done
gonna
a live
say
last
anything.
night.
Pardon?
He's done a live.
Guys, there are 2.8k people in the room. Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies, I will say that. I don't believe it's a storyline, Kate. If this is a storyline, it's fucked up. Because there are no winners in the storyline. You know, Darren's being made out to be a predator. And Talia and Rickster being made out as if they've sat on all of this until Darren decided to leave the agency, and then it was a massive problem. And then I did hear Rickster say in his live today that he didn't know about Darren's brother, which the whole app knows about. Even I know about Darren's brother. Do you know what I mean? It come out ages ago about Darren's brother. And Rickster, how did you not know that? Like, so there's a lot of inconsistencies. I don't believe this is a story. It can't be a storyline because there's no winners. Nobody's getting out of this looking good. Thank you, Jill. Now, there are 2.8k people in the room. Thank you, Cockapoo. Moderators, can you check how many heartmes have been sent? Guys, if you haven't got your heartmes, please get your heartmes in and let's push that popular. It'll get this new account up there and seen, guys. Now, remember, at any time I am playing these videos, if you do want to join the box, when convenient, let me know and your voice will be heard and you can have your say. Right, so let's get into Darren's exposure this morning. So, Darren talks about Talia, Rickster and Talia. Talia then comes in the chat and says Rickster is on his way to Darren's dad, which is a threat.
No, he went
Thank you,
into
Barstow.
fucking Lewis Evangel's box.
Oh, for fuck's sake, right. But you know what you're getting with that, the Lewis Evangelist? Do you know
No,
what
but I
that's-
wasn't going to say anything, right? Until... You know what I mean? But fuck it.
Thank you, Puddle.
And has your dad been calling him a pedo?
My dad fucking went... Like, my dad doesn't... He's got TikTok, but he doesn't use it. No, that's like fucking
Thank you,
48
Mum.
followers.
I love you now.
I remember
Thank
when
you.
accounts used to come in and that, know what I mean?
But no, he came in and he just said that Rick was blah blah blah, right?
Thank you, Nat.
But that's because my dad also heard him say Phil the Fiddler.
That's the door.
So, you know what I mean? My dad said what he said.
People are saying in the chat, Rickster was shouting you've been messaging everybody in his mod chats or something.
Oh,
Thank you, Sam.
right, get this.
See the thing, but again though, because you can't sit gaslighting Darren if you had a hooker, you had a woman and all that, and then expect him not to fire into a woman. But you know he's going to fire into a woman, that's, do you know what I mean? It's...
But Ken, what I did again,
Thank you.
he's raging that. Get this, so his daughter's in her 20s, right?
Daughter's in the
Right.
20s.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
I just messaged and going, what age are you? That's all I said.
but why you would ask Rickster that, that's a laddie.
No, I never asked Rick, I asked Rick's daughter.
Aye, but that's probably how he's a wee bit annoyed or
No,
something.
but purely because I wasn't sure if she, you know, could she start,
Well, maybe that's why he was para in case she ended up. No, well, that's, you know what I mean? It might have been like I don't know.
If Rickster is saying, I've just seen the chat, if Rickster is saying that Darren messaged his daughter when there was 15, there's got to be receipts of this, right? So, again, receipts are really important for this whole thing. I'm seeing Darren, and during this video, you'll see Darren is playing receipts of... Donna, could I ask a question, please? Yeah, you can ask me a question, darling. Hurry up, though, please, because I want to get on with the rest of the show. Receipts always, and at the minute it's only Darren that's showing the receipts, but Rickster said I think he's coming on tomorrow night too. I don't know what he's doing. Did you want to ask a question, darling? Because I'm going to get on with the show. Yeah, like for me, can I ask why Angie never showed receipts of a essay? I think that's why we're speaking about Angie, my darling. Like, and people don't have receipts of essay, do they? Like, when it's happening, you haven't got, you know, it's very rare that people have receipts of essay or abuse and things like that. This has got nothing to do with the delusive Angie. Like, and nobody should have to show receipts of essay, darling, respectfully.
oh, you don't go
Have
miss.
you tried to speak about this to sort it out, like?
No.
So
But
this is gonna get
anyways,
worse.
so Rick, my friend.
Okay, so Devil's Advocate has just said they're asking Talia for receipts of her essay, which is ridiculous. How can she provide proof of essay? Like, you can't provide receipts. Nobody should even be asked to provide receipts of essay and grape and everything else.
Screen voice notes that you thought were deleted. Well, I just played them.
Oh fuck, you know that daft Dan.
Oh, Talia said she had proof.
No, but
Okay.
I was a bit not to forward them, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna. But I'm gonna drop you, my friend,
They bothered as I said.
and I'm gonna just speak to my chat.
Aye, they bothered. I'll speak to you soon then, right?
No worries, bro.
Fuck your lass,
Right.
soldier.
See, I can come with proof as well, chat.
Guys, vote on the poll, please, guys. Any face?
Yeah, I'll play them again. Not the
So Darren's going to play voice notes now.
Ah, my fucking funny bone. Yeah, no, I can do that again.
Thank you, Totty. Guys, vote on the poll, please. Thank you.
Right, you ready?
Luke?
Defend me. What you did last night was disgusting. You let people slate me and didn't defend me. You told people that I dodged you, but no, I didn't. You let your dad slate me and never defend me. Right, and then you turn around and say, I'm going to kill myself. It's fucking disgusting, mate. Makes no difference how close you are to someone, Darren. When somebody's wrong, they're wrong. Okay, your dad held you back from Matthews. You know what I mean?
Would I say Darren's vulnerable, yeah? I would say Darren's vulnerable. The reason I would say this, and please don't take offence to this, is he's in a wheelchair. He's had a stroke. You know, his body is enabled as what mine or your body would be if you hadn't had a stroke and you weren't in a wheelchair. So yes, Darren is vulnerable, 100%. Who would say that Darren is vulnerable? Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. Of course he is.
Things and comments about me last night which are not true. He called me a pervert. I'm a predator and I prey on you being vulnerable, which is disgusting. You know what I
in this voice note, right, and this is what's not adding up to me, okay? So, in the voice note, Rick's just talking about Darren not sticking up for him against his dad. Right, now, I need to know that we need timelines of these voice notes, because Rickster has voice noted Darren about Darren not defending Rickster, but where's the voice notes and the outrage from Rickster popping off about what Darren's done to Talia? Is there anything like that? Right?
You know what I mean?
Thank you, Sam.
Look, I might bring it up Nadine from the past. Of course, she'd still, a massive, she'd still.
6th and 7th of January, right.
Understand what you're going to do.
So, when this alleged, and I say alleged because, you know, at the end of the day, that's what Talia is alleging, okay? When did this happen? As Talia said, when it happened, we need timelines, we need proof, and we need receipts of the timelines a year ago. Right, okay, now for me, I'm sorry, if I was essayed in any way, my partner would not have anything to do with this person, right? Whether it be that it just wouldn't happen. If my partner was aware that somebody had essayed me, there would be no further contacts. And as a woman, I would only feel that I would have to go to the police to protect other women, right?
Are you going to do the right thing and tell your dad he's out of order and tell people what he said about me is wrong? He can't believe that it's said. Right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it? And then agreeing with the guy saying that I doxed your number and making Talia look stupid while you ended the live and started about killing yourself. It's disgusting, Dad.
So somebody just said in the comments, it's going to take me ages to get through these videos. So somebody just said in the comments, she hasn't said essay, she said creep. If somebody touches you without your permission, and she described it, so trigger warning guys, she described it as he put his hand on her knee and moved up, right? So that to me would be considered, yeah, exactly, it falls under SA to me, right? Because I don't want to sit here and put things out there that could potentially have a lot more harm. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to put that on somebody. But if somebody did that to me, hand on the knee, moved up towards the thigh, that isn't just a friendly touch, is it?
You asked for £500.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm saying, guys. And Talia did say at the time she felt forced to laugh it off. But it's in the videos, so just bear with me, guys, because the comments really, really distract me. So I've got the context in the videos, all right?
Said that I asked you for £400, which is an absolute lie, and you allowed that to be said when you know that's not true. What the fuck,
She did.
man? You let me get absolutely ripped to
Morning,
shreds.
Barbie.
One defence.
Afternoon.
You know what I mean? What about when Nadine said that you felt her arse and that, and you were sexually assaulted her? And I was sticking up for the whole of Scotland, fighting your corner against Aiden and everyone. Where's you defending me? You stand up for what's right, and you haven't done that. So what are you going to do about it? You've got to stand up and be a man. You're nearly 30, you live alone, you're not vulnerable.
There's been no mention in this voice note. So Rickster has just pointed out, what about when I defended you? What about when I defended you against this Nadine? Why has it not been mentioned in the voice note? Well, what about what you did to Nadine and what you did to Talia? And we're still stuck around, you know, we moved on, and, you know, we do you get what I'm saying? Why is this been left out? Why is there no mention of this? That's what I'm not getting. Because it's not something you're not going to bring up, is it? Thank you, guys.
What's been said and done about Rick, he's wrong, he's been there for me, he's been a massive support.
Sam, so you let me know, please.
Of
You told me
what?
you were going to
I'm
ring your
okay
dad
about
today as well and tell him I put him in his place. We were going to wait for him to be sober. You haven't rang me. You haven't messaged me to see if I'm okay. You haven't said anything. You've literally said not one word. And I think it's fucking disgusting, mate. The stuff I've done for you over the years.
Everyone double tap.
So this has got nothing to do with who's done what for you and how much they've done for you. This is about my reputation and your dad going on there and calling me vile names. Right, and you as a...
Did you hear that, chat? Did you hear that? It's about my reputation.
Yeah. Hello, darling. Thank you, Pringle.
Right, everyone, please double tap. Can we get to 100k likes, please?
I'm not defending me like I've defended you. This is about right
Thank you,
and wrong,
boss,
who's
sir.
done what. So I'm asking you now, right, last time, mate, are you going to go on, defend me, put your dad right and correct, and stand on business and say that what they've done is wrong, regardless of what who's done wrong, you're standing up for what's right. If not, right, then I'm going to take that as a declaration of disrespect and war, and then I am going to come back hard on you and your dad, right, and then watch. I'm not going to be called vile names, pervert, wrongen, peddler, and not defend me. I will have no choice
He's already been
but
blocked.
defend me, and I'm a force to be reckoned with. All right.
So Talia has wrote here, Ricky on his way to your dad's, which is a threat. So obviously because Darren's coming on and Darren's speaking his truth, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the truth because I don't know, guys. I don't know. Everyone will make up their own minds about that. Talia has threatened Darren, which is a threat, and said Ricky's on the way to his dad's trying to shut Darren down, is what I believe. Again, I don't like any of them. I don't like any three of them. So I'm not going to sit here and be biased. I'm just going to have my opinion with this. But to me, it feels like they're trying to shut Darren down with Talia going in and threatening that.
So, are you going to be? Are you more?
Eddie. So, everyone, please screenshot that.
Darren's acknowledged it now.
Oh, so that's a threat, thank you. No, Talia. You cannot come
Do you
up-
see that as a threat, guys? What Talia's just wrote there? Please have your honest opinion. If you don't believe that Talia was threatening Darren there, please say so. So I'm going to do a poll. Happy face, you believe that was a threat to Darren. Sad face, you believe it wasn't a threat. Let's have your true opinions on these polls, guys.
on.
3.4k people get voting, please. Thank you.
Make false. Oh shit. Wrong
Okay, so you
person.
believe it was a threat. Me too.
Darren, you know this is fucking bull.
Talia states in the comment section that she's going live. DG joins the box.
I've just their agency. I've just screenshotted an agency threatening your saying that they're on their way to your dad's. Silly people, and I'll be forwarding all the messages to my manager about the agency threatening and bullying you into a decision and trying to sort of thingy. So just either leave him alone. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to speak to either of you. Stop trying to bully him. And just give it a rest. Both of you take your own way, and I won't send anything forward. Otherwise, I will send it forward because you are.
So just for context, thank you, Claire Bear, thank you, everybody. There was also voice notes where there was basically Darren wanted to leave the agency and there was some uproar regarding the agency. So I believe myself personally, because Darren wanted to leave their agency, this is what has kicked this whole thing off. But before this, Rickster did Live Pro, and Rickster also called Darren out because he doesn't believe that Darren supported him during Life Pro. So for me, I believe that this is because Darren left the agency. And you got to remember as well, Darren has got a lot of coverage all over the FYP because it's been going on with DG Weebs and Dave. So he's moved over to another part of TikTok. So this is what I believe. It's because Darren has left the agency, but Talia said that she asked Darren to leave the agency. I heard a voice note played on Pearl where Talia had played the voice note where she's asked Darren to leave the agency, but there was no proof of timeline there. So Talia, don't quote me if I'm wrong. I mean, quote me if you think I'm wrong here. Talia potentially could have recorded that voice note after Darren has left the agency to make it look like she's asked him to leave the agency. Does that make sense? Again, we need to see the dates, because if that was sent to Darren during the time of Darren leaving, then it kind of like makes it that, okay, Talia did ask him to leave, but there's no dates. There's no dates at all. Show the dates and then you'll be cleared, really, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean?
Trying to manipulate him and bullying him into doing stuff that you want him to do. So leave him alone and just do your own thing in it. I don't want part of the drama either, to be honest. But I'm not. Or
that it was sent to Darren.
I'm not going to sit and watch his threat and say you go into his dad's house and stuff like that. You've just done that on your agency account, you big dafty.
Thank you, my Vince. Here you are.
You leave them alone.
Let me give you a pin, Vince.
Give it up. Otherwise, as I say, you know yourself. I've got direct contact with.
Yeah. So far, Darren is the only one that's showing receipts. And when I went back onto Rickster's Live, because I was on my Snide account, which I cause all the trouble on, when I went back to Rickster's Live, Rickster was going mad at Darren for showing messages, but Rickster loves to show a message. So how come Rickster can show everybody's messages? There's no problem there, but because Darren wants to show and put his side out there, it's a problem. Do you know what I mean? So Rickster, Talia, put your fucking receipts out. Don't be shy, because you've never been shy in the past. Put your receipts out. You see?
With TikTok, and I'll just forward all your messages and voice notes of each other, manipulate and bully him into making decisions about your agency and.
I must have.
There we go, guys. So that is Darren playing some voice notes. Also, voice notes were played of talking about the agency. There's only so much I can show on the live today, guys, because otherwise we're going to be here for hours. So I'm just giving you a thank you, my Shazzy Lou. Mods, will you pin Shazzy Lou, please? Yeah. So Rickster deleted them, but Darren had already saved them. Yeah, so Rickster was starting to delete the messages, but Darren had saved the messages, you see. So hadn't have Darren have saved them, we wouldn't have got any messages from Darren because Rickster was deleting them, right? Right, where are we next? What's this? Have I played? No, we're playing Talia. Talia now, guys.
Didn't say thank you. I thought he was quite rude. Okay.
I'm not trying to threaten you in any way, by the way. You said you're not scared of me. I'm not trying to scare you. I don't even want part of your beef.
Thank you.
I'm going to get everything and I'm going to give it to my TikTok manager.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you're sitting there bullying it.
Yeah, because Talia, what you are doing is you are intimidating people that want to leave your agency. You know, it's a TikTok agency, you ain't the mafia. You don't own people. People can opt out to leave an agency at any time. It doesn't mean that they should be open to threats and blackmail and everything else. So yeah, in my opinion, if this behaviour is going on, and it's not the first time that I've heard that you are doing this to people that want to leave your agency, it does need reporting, because you are using your authority to have power over people. It's coercive control and blackmail. Hello, Lauren. Frankie, what you got for sale today, mate?
Fucking disabled lad, just chill out. There's a pair of you. You're threatening his dad and everything. Listen, I'm coming to talk. I'm not coming to shout. I'm with my daughter.
Thank you, Patience.
Would you like some?
It's an abuse of power.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is just leave the kid alone, innit? Just let him do his own thing.
Spoken to him. So why are you inserting yourself into a conflict that has fuck all to do with you?
Well, it does have something to do with me, doesn't it?
What, because it's flavour of the month, DG?
Because what? Is what?
What's that?
This is for you.
Is your content this month? Can your daughter hear me? Because I'm swearing and everything, and I don't really.
That's what I just said. Just chill out, innit? Like, no need to be so angry. I know you're infuriated, but
I'm not infuriated. I'm disappointed that you've inserted yourself into something that you have no idea about.
because I'm not going to watch something. I do have an idea.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to be as completely unbiased as I can be today, okay? Because, you know, I'm not a fan of any of them. I'm not a fan of Darren, Talia or Rickster. Yeah, get a pin, Carly. So, Rickster is seeing somebody that he feels is being bullied. And, you know, Darren, he may not be vulnerable mentally, but physically he is vulnerable, you know, and you can't take that away from him. You know, I don't like the guy, but he is vulnerable. Maybe not mentally, but physically. So, of course, DG is going to want to defend him because he feels like, you know, somebody's being bullied and intimidated. And he was sat in Talia's in Darren's live when Talia wrote, "Hello, notorious bitch." Sorry, darling. He was sat in Darren's live when Talia issued the threat, you see, you know. And when Rickster brought this to TikTok, when he got into Angie's box yesterday, it was fair game on the app. So obviously people are going to get involved.
Because Darren's obviously, don't forget, are you going to let me talk or are we going to just have this? Don't forget, Darren has been talking to me now, Rickster's not been here, right? Upset at the fact. Upset at the fact that you're threatening him, you're threatening his dad, you're threatening this. And then, what?
Tell me the threat.
Everything you've said is threats. I'm going to have your...
He said he's got the mind of a 15-year-old. Well, no, this is today's Shazaloo. If Darren has stated he's got the mind of a 15-year-old, then it does leave him vulnerable, right? Because 15-year-olds are still children. 15, you're a child. So if he does have the mind of a 15-year-old, then it would leave him vulnerable, right? Absolutely, yeah. Mentally and physically.
You're wrong. Darren,
I've just heard the voice now. I heard it a week ago.
Okay, Darren is not allowed to have 2 accounts on one agency. He's deliberately made a second one, attached it to us, and now he's putting us under violation. So is that right, Darren? Daniel, whatever your fucking name is that okay to put my business in violation because he wants to start another account?
He went on a backup to get he got his backup account agency.
Go and ask your TikTok manager if
I'm not that bothered. I'm not, as I say, I'm not that bothered. What I don't want to watch is 2 people bullying a disabled lad and threatening his dad.
Facts are facts. Guidelines are guidelines, and community guidelines are community guidelines. Facts are facts. There's no threat there. He's not allowed to do it.
You just put in his chat, Rix is coming to see your dad.
Because his dad just messaged us.
It doesn't matter. Why?
Thank you, guys.
You know he's in a vulnerable. Like, he's not vulnerable, but you know he's not. Listen, is it just one way talking all the time?
Well, clearly not for you, because we're not going to Darren's. We'll go to his dad's, because his dad's invited us to go and talk it out. So
No.
what the hell has it got to do with
I
you?
don't believe this.
If we were going to Darren's, then fair enough. Like, that would be a bit off-key.
Hello, Pearl.
But we're not.
Right, so you just put in his chat, so when you say has it got anything to do with me, you just put on a social media platform that Rickster is on his way to his dad's, made out it was a threat, however you're saying it now, right, so when you say has it got...
Okay, so if it wasn't a threat, why does Rickster need to physically go and drive there? We can have conversations on the phone. Pearly Pops! Hey, Pearly Pops, you brought us all the drama this morning, darling. Oh, yes. Because of you, Pearl, I ate 2 glazed donuts, a big bag of Doritos, and half a pot of dip. Oh, guys. Yes, Pearly Pops with all the drama. So, yeah, thank you, Pearl. So, if it wasn't a threat, why does Rickster need to get in his car and drive all the way to Scotland? Thank you, Jojo. Speak on the phone, right? Oh shit.
With me, yes, it does, because you just put it on a social media platform and
Thank you,
it
Mummy,
come across
132.
like a threat from an agency. You used to have him who then sent him voice notes saying, "Oh, we're going to have your accounts taken down because you've done this."
He's
Long
breaking
way.
guidelines. We'll take them both down.
There you go. Okay, no, I bet you don't.
I bet I don't.
I bet you don't.
Well, I will absolutely try.
Yeah, well, that just shows bitterness. That's bitter.
Why does it affect me if Darren is on my account or not? What affects me is when people use us to build their own accounts and then shit on us from a great height.
Come on.
I don't know if...
See, now I've got to disagree here, because I think that Rickster and Darren equally have used each other for clout. I do think Rickster, he has gone to Darren's and done things for Darren's. You can't take that away from Rickster. You can't take away that Rickster has drove up to Scotland and is bought things for Darren and things like that, but they equally have used each other for clout, right? Who agrees? Happy face, you agree with me. Sad face, you don't. And it's okay to disagree, guys.
Talia, he hasn't used you. You get
Thank
paid
you,
for
Luke.
him having you on
Shazzy
your thing. How has he used you? You have the least clout on TikTok.
He doesn't make any diamonds. We make no money from Darren. Now, you are enabling a man.
Well, if you don't make any money from Darren, why was it so important for him not to leave your agency? Because that's not true. Darren does make money. And let's not, beat around the bush. Darren was starting to get more recognised on TikTok when he started doing the battles with DG and the content with DG, hiding behind the fridge and things like that. So, yeah, there was the clout he had from Ed Matthews. Darren was making money, right? Because why would you be bothered about him leaving your agency if you weren't?
That abuses and touches and violates women. He's touched me. He's touched Nadine.
Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and say that never happened, because I don't know. Big up, Han. Thank you, Han, my darling. Han, will you comment so our moderators can give you a pin, please? Thank you, Han. Thank you, my darling. So, if this is true, what Talia is saying and what Rickster is claiming, there you are, Han. Mods pin Han, please. Why would you want someone like that on your agency in the first place? It was only a couple of weeks ago that Rickster was still battling Darren. If all this is true about Darren being a creep, touching you up, touching this person up, why put him on your agency in the first place? And why even battle him? Because if I was aware that somebody had these accusations on them, or I'd known that someone had done these things, I wouldn't even breathe in the direction. So if this is true, that Darren is this way, you've still enabled Darren and his behaviour for money. So it's morals over money. If Darren has done that to Talia and they are aware of what Darren has done. Right?
Prostitutes, and you are enabling this dirty pervert that treats women like...
You enabled him by having him on your agency.
Can I answer that before you slander? What I'm going to say is, obviously, when you say I'm enabling him, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's fine, babe, you got it. When you say I'm enabling a pervert, don't forget that you continue to enable this pervert when you knew, hang on, when you knew
exactly
what he'd done. Right, so if you say if this has been done or whatever, you've continued to have him in your agency and continue to support it. When you knew what happened, and Rick, so don't sit there and nod and say you didn't, because you've known for ages. Apparently, well, wanted him but didn't. No?
But supported him.
Can I finish?
Done enabling him, but I haven't. So talk about me as a person. I've never liked him. I've never gone live with him. I've never had anything good to say.
But you allowed him in your agency.
Apparently so, yes.
Oh, there you go.
It's not apparently, it's fact.
There comes a point where you have
money,
responsibility and you have to say no more. Now,
when Darren actually backed out. It wasn't you said no more. Darren requested to leave.
Exactly, Kate.
He takes videos and
What happens when someone's losing an argument, they continue to talk.
And if Darren has done that, if Darren has taken videos and pictures of these ex-workers without their permission, that is, well, you know, it's perverted, let's be honest. Thank you, Slimer. So, obviously you can't show them, but is there proof of this? Is the proof that Darren's done this? Because like I say, if he has, at the minute everything is hearsay, isn't it? Right? If he has, then you still had him in your agency. That's what I'm saying, there's no winners here. So this is why I don't believe it's a storyline, because nobody comes out clean, do they?
Yeah.
of the ladies of the night. He takes
Please don't kiss me in this box.
and he shares them round. He shares videos and photos of these ladies of the night with all his friends without their consent. It's disgusting. So yes, we have come to a point where we're not enabling it anymore, and there's no more excuses. There's no, oh, poor little Darren. He's disgusting. He's a pervert. I want nothing to do with him. Sharing and playing voice notes is illegal, by the way. So you crack on, DG, and you do.
Which Rickster has done on many of occasions. He's played my voice notes, shown my messages from Instagram. So, by your own standards, Rickster committed crimes, and, you know, when he did that to me and many other people. So, what's the difference?
What you want to do. You want to support him, that's fine. I'm not getting involved in your life. You've inserted yourself into mine. But we will not. We will step away. And if he comes and brings it to the app, we will tell you exactly why we are stepping away.
Well, no,
Which we all want to hear.
No, we didn't. If that's what he's telling you.
Well, it's there in black and white on voice notes and on messages in black and white.
Why is it
Black and white beats voice.
I asked Darren to leave, to request to leave.
Okay. Well, listen. Obviously, you asked him.
Talia, I can see you in the chat, darling. Jump in the box, please. Because I'm being as fair as I can here. If you want the box, Talia, request the box, please. Thank you, Joe. Obviously, because you're being spoke about. No, she's welcome to join my box. Oh, Sir Brian May requested. Sir Brian May just requested. Talia, do you know that voice note that you played on Pearls this morning? What's the date on that? Talia, because with that voice note, if you can prove the date on that voice note of you asking Darren to leave the agency, then you're telling the truth, you asked him to leave. But if you can't prove the date on your voice note and Darren's dates of him saying he wants to leave, do you get what I'm saying? So put it out there. Darren's played yours and Darren showed yours. It's only fair you do it back if you asked him to leave your agency, because then it clears you up with that. Do you get where I'm coming from? So put your voice note out, screen record it, post it on. It doesn't matter, Talia. Doesn't matter if it's illegal. Darren's done it. Darren showed Rickster's. I'd break the law to prove my innocence. I'm telling you now. Get it out.
Sorry, I've got the earphones and it might sound tinny, but Rickster said on mine this morning Darren was the first to ask to leave. That was on mine. I can get me live recording. So I'm going to jump down.
Say it again, Pearl.
Wait there. Give us 2 minutes. I'll jump back up.
A signal's gone. Pearl, if you want to jump back in, jump back in. Guys, can I ask a question? Would you show them voice notes to prove you're innocent? To prove your innocence, because Darren's put it out there. Darren's put his voice notes out there, Talia, right? So the police will see it as tit for tat because he's broken the law, showing yours. Do you get what I'm saying? So Darren has no case against you where the voice notes or messages are concerned. Do it back. Then it would be tit for tat, right?
Sorry, John, I had them silly earphones and when I'm cleaning up. What I was trying to say was, Rickster said Darren asked to leave the agency first. He said that on my live this morning. I can download the live replay.
Yeah.
But he said that on mine. So it's obvious whenever these messages, Darren asked first and then it was the message from Talia saying she'd done all kinds of wanting to stay. So it doesn't make... And it was the 6th of January when Darren asked that. And then so her messages just come out. So it's obvious Darren asked to leave the agency first. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay. But if you was Talia, right, Pearl,
Yeah.
to prove your innocence on who asked who to leave first.
Well, that's why I asked the dates this morning. If she could have showed her date, Darren's showed the 6th of January, then there's no argument, is there?
Yeah, but Talia's saying if she does it, she's breaking the law. It's illegal.
Well, it wasn't against the law when Rickster showed my so-called messages.
But what I'm saying is, Pearl, Darren's already shown WhatsApp messages and voice notes from Rickster. So if Talia equally shows them back, the police will say it's tit for tat.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But again, if you're getting called a liar and you're not unable and things that's went on, I would be showing them. They don't want him in the agency. They don't want anything. Darren showed his, so she can't get into trouble for showing them.
That's what I'm saying, Talia. Put it all out.
Yeah.
Get your voice note out there.
Yeah.
They will say, yes.
That's all I wanted to say, me baby. Go on then. I'll jump back in the comments.
Thank you, Pearl. Bye, darling. I'd have that fucking straight out, I'm telling you. No, it is illegal for WhatsApp messages because it's encrypted or something like that. Thank you, Marie. So, no, it is illegal, guys, honestly. It is illegal. If you're showing WhatsApp messages, it's illegal. But if I was you, put it out there. Clear your name. Too fucking right, I would. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd ring the police, say, come and get me. I've proved my innocence. Right, let's get back into the video. Get your heart missing, guys, please. There's 4,000 people.
It's all too convenient. As I say, I'm like...
Thank you, Shazzy Lou.
With my box plan, placing nobody that loves the drama, and you are actually using Darren just as much as everybody else for content, and you know you are. So don't come here with the big shot.
See, I have to agree with Talia there, right? I think everybody uses everybody for content. I can't not agree with that because I wouldn't be being honest, right? Everybody uses everybody for content. Facts. When you're on drama side of TikTok, when you're on TikTok, you collaborate. How is it illegal? It is illegal, honestly. Just show encrypted messages. Yeah, so everybody uses everybody for clout content. Facts.
Pedal, high store, whatever the fucking thing it is. When you're high and mighty,
Yeah, let me pause that. So DG, we know DG, for me personally, on UK TikTok is the best content creator on UK TikTok. You can't take that away from him. DG really doesn't need the clout. I will stand by that. He doesn't need the clout, right? But what I'm stating is everybody uses everybody for clout. This app is a clout game. Yeah.
Because you are just as bad as everybody else, if not worse, okay? Because you are compass mentors.
Maybe uses him for content, but not clout.
Used your mods and used everybody, and what you've done to that poor girl, Choli. You're the worst of the worst. So don't you come in here with your high and mighty. And secondly, Darren then, everybody, listen to this. Darren's backup that he just made that was with us and he left is now with DG and Choli's agency. So isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? You are
you what's funny. I don't have an agency. And you just smell lots of shit because I don't have an agency.
Okay, you don't have one, but she does. So
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have an agency either.
Darren's back.
Fuck off. This is how we know you just talk wet. You can see the embarrassment on your face.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Why is that funny? Why is it funny that
Right, I've got a few people requested in the box. We're going to get on with the video in a minute. This room is for your opinions. We're just going to get, not everybody, just a few people. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you so much. Whether you're for Rickster and Talia, against, you are more than welcome to join the box and have your opinion. Right, I think you've requested by accident, haven't you guys? Right, so there's Devil's Apprentice. You've had quite a bit to say in the comments. Beth.
Hi, Miss Red.
Hello, darling. So I'm just going to add a few people. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. What's your opinion, darling?
I just wanted to come up, not really for an opinion, but just more for educational. So my son is 10.
Darling, I'm so sorry, darling, but I just want opinions on the drama.
No, it's to do with my son's got the same condition as Darren. So them saying that he's not vulnerable is a lie. They are globally delayed, developmentally delayed, even into adulthood. My son's only 10, so he's not an adult yet.
Okay.
But I just wanted to educate that Noonan syndrome, you are delayed, like for your whole life.
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry for shutting you down.
That's all right.
You know what I mean? But no, thank you for saying that.
But it just infuriated me because they're saying that he's not vulnerable or whatever, but it is a genetic condition the same as Downs would be. So
okay, Down syndrome, sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
thank you, my darling.
That devil's saying my opinion on that, you know, right? I've knew Darren for a very long time. I know Darren personally, right? I'm Darren's cousin's ex-girlfriend, so I know him personally. I live in the same town as him. Darren is not vulnerable. Darren knows exactly what he's doing. He's not silly. Yes, he's vulnerable in certain ways, but see his mouth. He knows exactly what he's doing and exactly what he's saying, and that's all I'm saying on them. And
I totally agree that they know
honestly,
right from wrong. 100%
you do not know Darren.
agree with you.
No. Let me just say this. You do not know Darren personally. I know Darren personally. I've been in Darren's company personally, and that cunt, sorry about my language.
Don't swear, darling, because I'll get a box fan.
Sorry, I apologise for that. I've got a dirty mouth. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that boy, that lad, he's not a little lad, sorry. He knows exactly what he's done. Tell me to stop it if you want. I know Darren personally, people, right? I have been... Deborah, I am not a hater either. I've been in Darren's company loads of times. I don't hate Darren whatsoever, alright? But I'm telling you one thing, that man knows exactly what he's doing. That's all I'm warning you, alright? He knows exactly what he's doing.
We get that, and obviously I was in Talia's live earlier, and obviously I did message Pearl. And obviously Pearl handled it very, very well. She did. Obviously, you handle the situations very well as well. And obviously earlier, Talia, and honest to God, she hands down had threatened someone earlier to burn their house down. I know. It was honestly so sickening. And obviously, when Pearl was asking her a certain question, she was avoiding it, which I think is wrong. If you've got evidence to prove whatever it is that you're saying, actually leak it, because at the end of the day, people aren't going to believe you if you do not put the receipts up on this app. Like,
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like I don't get involved in drama. I just watch it, to be fair, and half the time I don't even watch. It's stupid. This app has become so blimmin' toxic, and it's like it needs to just go away. All the toxicity just needs to go away. And obviously, I know Talia's saying madness, and I've got it wrong. I don't, because I know exactly what I've heard. And obviously, I've been in Darren's lives a few times. I don't know specifically what's gone on, but I know earlier she had said that Rickster had actually told her to just go along with it. If any cases, if you have the evidence of what he's done, then go to the police about it, because at the end of the day, people who go to the police about this sort of thing, they give courage to other women who are scared to report these things. It's as simple as that. You cannot say that, you know, he's done this and that and not actually prove what you're saying. And if it has happened, then I do apologise for that. That's happened to you. It's not right. But either way, you coming on the app and saying all this and that without any proof, you need to back it up. Otherwise, nobody is going to take you seriously.
Talia's just said in the comments there's 4,000 people that the police are aware. Okay, thank you, Sam. Hello,
Can
Beth.
I just respond to Pinky a sec, Miss Redden, and I'll drop, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
So I don't disagree with anything she said, right? So if that was my son when he's older, absolutely, I would still say to him, your behaviour's wrong, and he knows right from wrong. But medically, he's 10. Age-wise, he's 10, but medically, he's 4 to 5. So it's just that's a fact. Like, I can't change the fact. But does he know right from wrong? Yes. So I totally understand and I totally agree with what she's saying, that his behaviour is wrong and he knows right from wrong. But, you know, but he is still vulnerable in the sense that he will be delayed.
Right, okay, I've got Pinky in the box.
Go ask Darren. I've not got the proof of this because it was on his on my ex-partner's phone, right? I was at the house at the very beginning. I was on the bus and I got a message off his cousin. Darren is asking me for nude pictures of us two in the act. And yes, then when I got back in the house, I told my ex, do not say nothing that I'm in here and see if he'll say it again, so then he doesn't think I'm in the house. So he did. He said it again, and then I've piped up and I said, well, you're getting nothing for me and her. And he's turned around and says, I didn't want to see you anyways, Jodie. I wanted to see my ex. Now, I wanted to see my cousin. Right, now go and ask Darren if that's true or no, because that was outed 2 years ago. 2 years ago that was outed and no one done nothing about it. Nothing. Darren's been on this app getting bigger and bigger after he's asked for pictures and sexual pictures of me and his cousin.
See, I remember that.
There we go, Darren. This is what I've been trying to do, outing them for the last 2 years. So I've taken a step back for the last 2 years because I broke my feet. I jumped out with my ex-partner's bloody window because of the situation that I was in with her. I broke both my feet and I got away from the family because the pair of them just dragged me down. So this is why I've got all this on them. I've got more on my ex-partner, but I can't say nothing on it because it'll just kick up shit. Sorry about my language again. I'm sorry. Honestly, I've got ADHD and I can't control it sometimes. And I'm not using that as an excuse. I really am. But I'm shaking and everything. I've came onto this and it's just, I'm not the nasty ex. Everybody will go onto Google, type my name in. Yes, I've abused my ex twice, but no one knows what happens behind that closed door. No one knows what she done to me behind closed doors, and I never grasped on her. I went to the police station and I done no comment all the way. I went to court and done no comment all the flipping way. I've got my charge sheet here. Every single piece of charges that I've got is because of my ex-girlfriend. She'd have us locked in her own flipping house and she wouldn't let me get in my own house, and she would phone the police and get me lifted when I was on a bail condition. Ken what I mean? That family is wrong. Wrong. That is all I'm saying. And I'm going to drop myself because I could see in the comments, people are saying, drop her. Do what you all want. I don't care. There's 4,200 people in this live. I have said this countless amount of times about Darren being a wrong yin, and I have never, like I said, I stopped it all until this. I've just no longer got up myself, and I came onto your live and I saw that you were out, but I didn't even ken what's going on. And then I just thought, Ken what? People are sticking up for Darren. I get it. Darren can be a good guy. He is. He can. I'm not doubting Darren one bit. He's just. There's something about Darren, right? There was a comment that Darren had made. Jodie was my ex-partner was a decoy at one point. A peddler decoy.
Okay.
And Darren actually turned around to his cousin Jodie and says, what would you do if the peddler hunters came to my door? Now, who would comment something like that? Why would someone say something like that if he's not doing something wrong?
I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Right, there we go, people. Right, so there's a little insight of Darren fucking Thompson. Right,
because if you swear, I'll kick you from the box. Sorry.
I'm done. Right, I'm done. I'm gonna come down. I'm coming off the live. I'm not gonna come and watch it because it's really, really, really getting to me that Darren's getting all this clout.
If it's getting to you, Bab, get out the live.
All this I've become a better person in the last 2 years, so I'm not even. This is it. I'm done. I'm done with.
Okay, thank you, Pink. Pinky.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm dropping.
Right, okay. Hello, Beth. Hi, TJ, darling.
Hi, Miss Red. Yeah, I've obviously been in Rick and Talia's community for quite a long time now, and I think this Darren situation, it just needs to end. I've seen pictures and messages that he has sent to girls in the Ark, that he has sent to girls in Ricky's chat, that, you know, I've seen evidence of him filming girls. So I think people need to wait for all of the receipts to come out before making an opinion either way. I think people need to stop going for Ricky, because Ricky is a really good person. I know he's done wrong in the past, but he's held his hands up to the things that he's done wrong, which is more than can be said for quite a lot of people on this app.
Beth, can I ask you something then? So the things that sit uneasy with me slightly, and this is more to do with Ricky rather than Talia, because I don't know whether she knew about it or not, but Ricky said from his own mouth that Darren had messaged his daughter when she was 15. And now she's in her 20s. So that's at least over 5 years ago. Yeah. He then said there's a whole list of things. Over 12 months ago, this thing happened with Talia and also the other friend that was at that address there. Whether Talia was sat next to him or on his lap, whatever. He's then paid for people to go with Darren. Darren's then sent him pictures of these women. He also knows of loads of stuff that's happened in terms of him messaging other women, being inappropriate on lives and all that sort of stuff. So I can't understand with this I mean, him messaging my daughter at 15 would top me over the edge in any case, just that one thing. But all these other things since that time, he's still gone on live with him. He's still been friends with him. He's still interacted with him. He's still done all these sort of things, which one is dangerous for other people, him knowing that, okay, he might not have done anything illegal or whatever, but there's a bit of an issue here, and a red flag. He then knows about his brother, which isn't to do with Darren, but he still knows about that connection. He now brings all that up. I can't understand why someone for at least 5 years would have that interaction with someone that has so many red flags and then let him interact with possibly vulnerable women in his chat, his live, his friendship group. I can't understand. Even that on its own is bewildering.
Yeah, I agree. TJ, I said this, darling. I said this, like, we've just had Pinky in the box. And if you remember, that was outed quite a while ago where Darren had, you know, obviously had said something to his cousin. So that was out there. The brother thing was out there. There's been a lot that's been out there. So exactly what you've just said.
Yeah, and I know he's obviously had a few things that's happened over to him in the last year or so, but this is stuff has been going on before that. And therefore, that's where I put the blame on Ricky, because he enabled that by default or by enabling him to allow this and put other people at risk when he clearly saw red flags. And I can't understand why he would choose to ignore that. I can't get it around my head what his motive was to refuse to sort of out that or distance himself.
Yeah, I think we should ask people that are in. I think we should ask Beth or Leslie what they think. Hi, Beth.
Hello. Yeah, I've got some other stuff to say, but I'm going to just let Leslie answer that bit, because Leslie's been around for a lot longer than I have, so she can probably give more context. And then I'll dip in with some other things after.
Leslie.
Okay.
She's just
getting a message from Ricky.
Yeah, should be a message. Hello, Pearl. Hello, Toria.
Hi, Bobby. Beth, sorry. Can I ask how long since that you were having these, that you've seen all these photographs and the messages that went around?
So I've seen them in the last couple of weeks, since Ricky and Darren have fallen out.
How old are they?
How old?
So you've only seen them in the last couple of weeks, but how old were these messages? And
They go back quite far. So
there we are.
We have another mod who.
Sorry, Beth. So did nobody go to Ricky over this and say, look, this is what's Darren's happening. You've got him in the agency. This is what's happening. We're getting like these bad messages. Did anybody do that?
Well, I think Ricky was trying to be a friend to Darren. I think he was trying to support
I can't
him.
think anything. Did anybody go to Rickster and say, this is what's happening, you've got him in the agency, what are you going to do about it? Did anybody say that?
No, I don't. I'm going to let Leslie come in here, but from what I'm aware of, I don't think Ricky was aware of kind of the gravity of the situation, but I'm going to let Leslie come in and then I'll carry on with what I was going to say.
Can I just ask you a question, Beth, my darling?
Yes, Luke, you can.
Are you in court next month for malicious communication?
No.
Can I just say something quick, yeah?
No, Torian, hang on.
Huh?
Are you in court next month for falsifying malicious communication?
No, Luke the judge, no, I'm not.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyways, can I just say something quick, yeah?
Yeah,
I think this is what it's giving you. This is just my opinion, yeah, so no one don't feel away. I think he's giving that Rickstar, I don't know about Talia, but Rickstar, obviously, because Rickstar and him are friends, it's giving Rickstar knew everything, and now he's bringing it out because they fell out. I'm sorry, there's no such thing as friends and someone it doesn't make sense. And this is why I always say things like SA and that is just made a mockery on this app. I've been going through lives and everyone is talking about it, but if he's done all of this, go to the fucking police.
Exactly, and this is what I'm saying. Why cover up? If there's been a say happened, why cover up just to keep somebody in the agency if all of this has been happening? And we know it's happened.
I just feel like at the same time, yeah, okay, if there's no, I don't know if there's evidence or not, but obviously when Darren came into Angie's live yesterday, he was saying that how there's a police case or whatever it is. And I just feel like as people of God, because you lot work with God and all these things, and I just feel like certain things just need to be taken to the right. You get me? All this live, like he can be, if you lot are saying he's got ladies of the night, who knows, he might get a lady of the night and want to do, like, you don't know these things.
So can I just say a few things for the Scottish side of TikTok? Obviously I do awareness in the Scottish side and certain cases in English side obviously as well. What Pinky had said when she came into the box here, I can't confirm. Darren did admit to asking his cousin for certain things, right? You can understand where I'm going with that one. Talia came into...
Sorry, 1 minute, my darling. Sorry.
No worries, Red. No worries.
Can Delusive Angie be put back in the box, please? Angie, request, please.
Guys, don't drop my auntie, all right? Thank you.
Stop dropping boxes. Thank you. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was an accident. Go on, awareness.
No worries. So Talia came into Scottish Ridos live and had said that there was this male who had essentially threatened to...
account. Okay, thank
Scottish
you,
awareness, sorry, can I jump in? I'm ignorant, sorry, but I have just seen the paperwork, Beth. I've just seen the paperwork. You are up for that.
Wow.
But Pearl, that's neither here or there. Whether she's in court or not, that's right now. It's about my man and whether he's whatever she's. We can talk about that later. But I'll be real, like that's got nothing.
But even saying still people's coming up and lying for what goes on, and that's what I said. It's all a big cover up for in the agency. So that's all I'm pointing that out for. She's up here telling lies on her own name, basically. So she's going to tell lies for other people.
It's got nothing to do with anything.
Well, you're telling lies.
So can I just finish my...
He's basically saying if you can lie about that, why would you not lie?
It's going against her credibility. That's what I'm trying to say. She's
like
telling
to
a lie.
Anyways, Miss Red, thank you for letting me up. That's all I want to say.
She'll tell a lie over another thing, no credibility. Sorry, Taurine, go on.
I'd like to see what paperwork you've seen because there is none. I came up here.
I'll beg to differ. Don't call me a liar. Yes,
okay, so a comment just asking a question there.
Can I finish?
Yes, there is.
Can I finish, please? I came up here to defend my friend and to tell you all that you should wait to see everything before you make your decisions. Ricky has financially, emotionally, physically supported Darren for years for Darren to treat him like this.
Yeah, I do get that, and I have said that Ricky was good to Darren. However, if this has been knowledge for the longest time that Darren has these, ways about him, why would Ricky still continue to do that?
Can I just say there has been. Now I can understand the Scottish and English and the divide there, and sometimes you can't always see the things. From an English, obviously if you're an English creator and things like that, you won't always see the Scottish stuff on your FYP, understand that, but there's been a multitude of different, and I'm going to say accusations because it is accusations, nothing's categorically proven other than, yes, Darren did admit to asking his cousin for specific photos, we'll say. I just want to be respectful in your box, obviously, misread. So that did happen and Darren did admit to that. Now, I see that as red flag behaviour. I don't know about everybody else. Everybody else is entitled to their own beliefs, but it's certainly red flag behaviour. I don't know anything about him, what was said regarding him asking, what would you do if a hunting team came to my door? Now, if that is true, if it was...
We're going off track now.
It would be very strange. I just want to say that, Talia, I don't think it's fair for you to come into someone's live and say that a male individual was threatened to essentially burn your house down and put harm upon your children and not be able to prove that. I think you should be coming into a box and proving it before you make the statement.
Can Leslie just answer why she thinks this litany of issues and red flags over this long period of time he kept talking and to Darren?
Right, so the catalyst of it was...
Leslie, I'm going to leave you to do this and I'm going to drop down.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
thanks for giving me the box, Miss Rad.
Okay, thank you, Beth.
So I've been in the Ark since October and my confidence isn't very high. And I've always been, scared to go live. So it's taken me quite a while, and Darren, obviously because he was going live with Rick, he ended up making me mod. It was strange because I'm Rick's mod, but it was weird why Darren made me mod because I didn't really know him.
I think it's because maybe he was Rick's friend. They were close friends.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought at first. So that's why I was like, yeah, of course I'll help. And because I knew Darren had a lot of trolls, I was, I wanted to help. I wanted to try and get rid of as many of his trolls as I could. Okay. Anyway, so there was one day he had gone live with someone. Darren had gone live with someone and the other side were trolling him really bad. So he asked me, after he had dropped them, can you go over and screen record the comments? Yeah. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I went and did that, and the screen recording file was quite big. So he was like, send me send it over WhatsApp. So I was like, okay. So I did that. Not, I didn't think anything bad was going to happen. So I sent... Sorry, what?
What happened, Leslie?
So I sent him the file, the screen recording, and then I started getting messages asking, where do I live? Would I travel to see him if he paid me? I said that I live, right down the other side of the country, so I would not be travelling to see him anyway. And then he started asking me if I would send him pictures of myself. And I told him that I had a boyfriend, and I wanted to leave the Ark for it. And this wasn't long ago. This was probably 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
No, Leslie, I'm assuming you've got evidence of this.
Did you demod yourself from everything?
I demodded myself.
Did you demod yourself from everything at that point, from both Rickster and Darren?
Not from Rickster, no. From Darren, yes.
Did you tell Ricky about
There
this?
was no point. I told Ricky, and that was what started all this off, because obviously it was like, well, there's too much of this happening now, and you know, I'm quite a timid person, and
Would it be fair in saying this? And now this is from your own perspective. Do you think it would have been better if Ricks did distance himself from Darren a lot sooner? Do you think that's a fair point?
Yeah, he probably should have.
Okay,
But
cool.
I mean, he
I agree.
you know, you all know he helped Darren a lot, and I think there was a side of it where he felt bad for him, because Darren does get a lot of hate, and you know, there is times when he can make you. There was times where I'd think, do you know what? I can't stand you after what you've like made me feel. And then in the next breath, he'd make me feel sorry for him, where he was like, he'd kind of act like, you know, like he was a child, or you know, like vulnerable, and I'd find myself feeling
Leslie,
bad for him. Sorry, go on.
Okay.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Sorry. So after all of this, when Darren has showed messages where he's asked Rickster to like kick him out of the agency, basically, and then Rickster sent a one back for him to cancel the request. So really, your best interests weren't at heart if you showed Rickster all of these messages where he's been asking for indecent photographs and whatever. So Ricky then still wanted to keep him in the agency, and Darren showed them messages this morning. Tell them to cancel the request. So how did you feel about that?
Well, I haven't seen that, but I mean,
well,
I don't know. I mean, Darren and Rick. I do know Darren and Ricky have got a lot of history together, and Ricky probably feels kind of responsible for, you know, because when Darren come on this app, he only had 300 followers. He had nothing. So
Can I just stop you? Everyone's missing the point here. Rickster has admitted this morning that he's got videos that Darren has sent him, and so has Talia. They're both sat on information. Shut your mouth, God botherer.
You talking to
you, God botherer.
Breathe, everyone,
You're both
breathe.
sat on information about Darren, and you've sat on it for months, and the only reason why you're outing him now is because you're not friends with him anymore. You're both a pair of fucking wrong.
They
Sorry,
fell out
Donna.
months ago
You're both
over
wrong.
Live Pro.
Yeah, but you're only bringing it out now because you fell out with him.
They fell out over
You've both
Live
sat
Pro
on
before
information,
Christmas.
and you have
What are talking
admitted
about?
this morning that you've got pictures of women.
No,
have
I
you not
haven't.
admitted this
I've
morning
not
that you've
seen
got
them.
RP? You and your
No,
boyfriend have got RP.
I
Yeah,
said
you've
I'm
admitted
aware of it.
You've admitted
I
it, and you
don't
haven't
have
done
any
nothing
pictures.
about it. You've sat on it, and you've done nothing about it. And the only reason why you're
Sorry, what
talking
have
about
you
it
done
now, and you're
about
going
it?
at Darren.
What have you
Listen,
done
I don't
about it?
care about Darren.
Well,
I
she
don't give a
wasn't
shit.
aware, then
The only
shut your mouth.
problem is now you've only brought this out because Prickster has fell out
it
with
isn't.
Darren. That's the only reason why.
Ricky-
Because you've sat on
Ricky
this for
fell-
months and
listen,
you've done
Motormouth,
nothing about
be
it. And you see all these little
Ricky
followers
fell
all
out with
defending you.
Darren
You
in
all need to give your
November
fucking heads a
over
wobble.
Live Pro.
You've all sat on the information that Darren has been sending around
You're
pictures of women,
mistaken.
and you've done
Exactly.
nothing about it. God botherer.
We
You
actually,
are a
to be
God
fair,
botherer. You're not
we
a
wouldn't have said
Christian.
anything.
You're
If
a
he-
fucking
if he
God
hasn't
botherer.
have-
You're a God
Jesus
botherer with
Christ.
no morals.
I
That's
am
what
a
you
God
are.
brother.
You're a
Jesus
God
Christ is
botherer.
King.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, well, you're
Amen.
going to hell, darling, let me tell you. Straight to hell. First class ticket for Talia.
Cat, sorry, Cat, darling. Talia, go on. What was you going to say? Because you did just say, Talia, that you wasn't going to out any of this.
We wouldn't have brought it to the app because we were dealing with it in our own way. We'd never brought it
Lies,
to the
because
app.
if you had reported this to the police, you would not be talking about it. The police will tell
Alright,
you
you
not to
talk
bring
about-
it online if you had reported it. So stop lying, tar liar.
That's true. That's true, Kat.
How embarrassing for you.
You are embarrassing, darling. Telling everyone you've reported it to the police, but yet you've brought it
I haven't
online and
reported
blabbed it
to
to
the
everyone.
police.
You're
I'm not the
embarrassing.
one that's reported it to the police. Listen, you spat a lot of nonsense, but you're not talking facts. One,
on you.
I haven't got the photos. They were never sent to me. Two, it is
Well, you
the
said
police
this
are
morning you
aware.
did.
Let me speak.
and get yourself some fucking frizzies while you're there.
That's a natural hair. It's not a perm. That's a natural hair.
At her grown age, she needs to know how to...
See if there is a case with the police, they would
You'll know
urge you
you're
not to
right,
go on social media.
The police are aware, but not by me.
They would tell you not to go on social media, that's a fact.
Sorry, who are you?
I'm on a women's page, I protect women and children. That's where I am.
No, you don't, because you just come into a live and ridiculed a woman with four
let's not forget as well. And as for Ricky said that Darren messaged his kid. Rickster said Darren messaged his kid. They don't. It does no worse than that. No worse. You just completely bypass the fact he messaged his kid, and you've run with everything else.
No, hang on, Kat. Let's talk about court cases. Let's go.
Oh, shut up. Go away.
Let's talk about court cases. Let's go.
Go into
I'll give you the stage.
I'll
give you.
Get your hand in everybody.
Do you want to?
Were you not done for fraud, aiding and abetting and tipping?
Do you want to bring up about
people? Didn't you defraud the races?
No.
How dare you bring up Beth and her court cases when your shit
I'll bring up what I want. What you going to do about it?
You fucking screaming
You
banshee.
are
Go away. Go and smash some windows. Go and smash some children's windows and piss off.
That is
Was that me, Talia?
Why are you bringing children into
Was that me, Talia?
Why are you bringing children?
Hang on, no. Please, everyone be silent.
Yes, it would.
Please, everyone be silent.
The whole thing.
Everyone be silent. Let Talia talk, please.
Talking about you. No one.
Go on,
not
Talia.
one person is talking about you. Not one.
Go on, Talia. No, Talia.
You just mentioned it, you weirdo.
Because you bring up other people's court cases when you are a felon.
No.
He's not a felon.
I'm a felon, no criminal conviction, you dumb bitch.
Have been cancelled from the races more than once.
Is that a sports tribunal, Talia, or is that criminal?
Yeah, but you can do you know what? You can sit and
Please,
talk about
Kat,
Luke, but
Kat,
your man...
I want to land with this
your
woman.
man
Let me tell you about this woman.
Let's just add
She
that,
lied
Let
about
me
her
tell you,
children.
you ain't gonna tell me
She
nothing,
lied about
Pedro.
her children being in the house.
Exactly,
She
we
lied
all
to
know, we all want.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you lied to her. What mother would stay online when their children have been attacked
Are we
and
going to
scream and
talk about
shout?
parenting?
Let's go.
Are we going to talk about parenting? Well, let's talk about your family, Luke, and your dad's twin brother, shall we? Let's talk about your dad's twin brother and your granddad and what your granddad did to Sally. Let's talk
When I spoke to the police and asked...
about families and your granddad and your dad's twin brother.
Come back in a minute, Talia, when I'm out the box,
That's
right?
nothing to do with Luke,
No. She opened the door. She opened the door. Let's explore it. When I sat in that interview, I said to the policewoman, is there any mention of kids in any statement? She went, no, none. I said, so kids were at the property when this happened, whoever did this, would that need to be in a statement? She went, yes. I said, so I'll ask you again, was there any mention on site of any kids at any house? They said, no. No.
She's going to deflect from the fact that her man is sat with pictures of women.
I've seen all your messages to Darren. You begged him, you and Ricky begged him last week to stay in the agency. You said, please cancel your request, Darren. So if you knew all about this, Talia Dean, if you knew what he was like, all you care about is money.
Luke, was that for his main account?
Yes.
So
That's
then,
the account
that makes it even
account
worse.
he's not using anymore because he doesn't want to make them any money. So do not bring my fucking family up whatsoever about what my granddad, about what my uncle did.
Darren doesn't make...
How fucking dare you speak on my family?
Darren doesn't make any money. Firstly.
Talia, are you denying that I've
you
seen
are
messages?
lying about seeing any message of me begging him to stay. And if
Not
there
you,
is, show it.
not you,
Because you are a
not
liar.
you,
So let's
not you.
go there. Shut up and stop following me around the app, you weirdo. It's got nothing to do with you. Piss off.
Still saying
It's got
bye, bye,
nothing to
baby
do
in
with
the comments.
you, you beg. And the police
Disgusting.
never said that to you. You're a liar.
Yes, they did. I will take a lie detector test tomorrow.
You do a lie detector test.
We love a lie
I will
detector.
do the lie detector test tomorrow.
What happens
Will
to the
you
front
pay
door?
it, Talia? Will you pay
What
it?
happens to the front door? I don't know.
Will you
What
pay
happens to
for
the
my
front
lie
door?
detector test, Talia Dean? Will you pay?
Will I pay? Why would I pay?
Because you've accused me of being a liar.
Because the kids were in the house, Luke. And there's
well,
no
you
way.
better take
There
that.
is
You
no-
better take. Right, can you put me in the big box, please? What does that say there?
Absolutely obsessed with
Cancel
me and
your
with Ricky.
request.
You will turn
Cancel-
the conversation
listen.
about somebody else and make it about you.
Have I brought this to the app, Talia?
What
Did
are
I
you
bring this to
doing
the app?
in this box?
Luke, what
Because you
date was
mentioned
that?
my name, you dumb bitch. You mentioned my name.
Luke, what date was that?
Listen,
And
go on
as
a
for
diet,
Luke, the
go on a
judge,
diet and get a proper job because all you do is shovel shit and cause drama. You literally live off TikTok money when you're a very well qualified racehorse trainer.
Can you read that?
Very well qualified racehorse trainer, but you
Am I not
blew
mod on
it.
this?
You blew it with greed and with selfishness and with demonic behaviour because you sold
my
your soul.
God.
Demonic
You sold
coming from
your
you.
soul.
Did you
sold
threaten?
your
Did you
soul
threaten?
for a
Did you
couple
threaten a
of grand.
70-year-old woman,
For
Talia?
a couple of grand. The 70-year-old
threaten-
woman
did you threaten an old
could have
woman, Talia?
found you and told everybody, I ain't even going to say it, but read it in the book. Read it
Talia,
in the book.
Talia,
She never
Talia,
liked you.
Talia.
She never ever liked you.
Talia.
You sold yourself for a couple of grand when you was a brick.
Talia, you made
Can I
yourself.
just say one more thing? And
No,
I'll
you
drop?
can't.
Right,
No.
Luke, just read the message, please.
Talia,
What is this? I'll
Talia,
get Talia back in a minute.
you made yourself look a fool this morning. You made yourself look a fool. You backtracked. You have. So why is your partner saying to Darren, cancel the 30-day request then? If you wanted him out the agency.
What date is that, Luke?
What date, Luke?
You don't need to give him 30 days.
Luke.
No, hang on. Let me land, please.
Oh.
You are an agency owner. You don't need to give him 30 days. Why did you keep Darren in 30 days? Why?
Yeah, but the date's important. Is it the 6th or 7th of January?
I can't see. This is what Darren's put up earlier.
Okay, right.
Send it to me, Luke, and I'll read it. Because I can't see that. That's it, he's gone. Right, Talia, I'll let you back in the box, but let's not deflect onto family business, please.
Before Talia gets in, can we carry on up the popular, please? Get your heartbeats in. We're profiting off this. We're bringing you the entertainment. Thank you.
Right, Talia, you're allowed back in the box, but don't bring up family business. We have to stick with the current climate, darling.
Amen.
Luke is not responsible for anything that his family have done. Equally,
DJ, most people are saying that the date of that. Most people are saying that the date of that.
Talia,
Okay,
is
so
it your...
over the last 4 months, I've constantly asked Darren to leave. That message is between Darren and Ricky. That's got nothing to do with me. I've asked Luke to show a message where I've begged him to stay, and you will not find one because I wanted him gone. And he is gone.
Oh, wait, no, 1 second. So, Talia, can I just ask, is it your agency or is it a joint agency between you and Ricky?
It's a joint.
Okay, so obviously you haven't had anything to do with Darren over the past period because of what you know about him or the red flags that you've considered and stuff like that.
I don't manage Darren. He's not in my team.
No, but I'm saying you personally don't have anything to do with him. You don't interact with him, right? Because you said
I do
this morning...
interact with him because he goes live with Ricky and I jump in the box sometimes
Yeah, but you said
and
this...
I tell him what I think.
Yeah, but you said this morning that you don't, you're not friends with him, you don't really go live with him, you don't message him or anything like
I
that.
have been live with him maybe twice in 3 years.
Okay.
I have very little to do with him.
And why is
Let's say
that?
much.
Why is that?
I just don't like. He's not my cup of tea. I don't like him. I think he's a bit of a perv, and I can't be bothered with him.
Okay, so has
The
Ricky...
thing is, Talia, can I just say something? Sorry, TJ.
No, so...
If he was a bit of a perv, Talia, if he did, because you did say this morning that he did inappropriately touched you, he wouldn't be a bit of a perv, he'd be a full-on perv, right?
Yeah.
Did you go to the police about that?
I wasn't going to go to the police when a 3'0" man in a wheelchair rubbed my leg.
No, what he said was he got your knee and he went up to your private parts. Yeah.
He went from my knee up my thigh, up to my crotch, and I grabbed his hand and bent it backwards, and I stood up, and then there was a big row, and it was all over.
You just said Ricky told you just to sit and basically just laugh it off.
No.
Yeah, you did. That was on my live this morning.
You keep saying that, Paul.
I can download my live for you, Talia. I'll download it.
I said I was made to laugh it off.
There you go.
Not because Ricky told me to, but
you were made to.
Let me speak. I was made to laugh it off because of the environment and the atmosphere, and because he's disabled.
So just because I suppose the thing is
why am I being muted? Oh, let me
darling.
Who's
Stop
muted
muting,
me?
please. Stop. I did it by accident. Go on, Talia.
I bent his arm backwards and the matter was dealt with. But this
Can I
is
ask you a
all,
question, Talia?
before the pictures. This is all before everything. The only thing we really knew about.
But again, you're still covered up, SA.
There's no
Whichever way
covering
you
up.
look about
Everybody
it.
knew. I spoke about it all the time. Everybody
ask a
knew. I
question,
never covered
Talia?
anything up. You've all known about Darren and his antics for so long now. Have any of you been to the police?
I don't, because I
Talia?
don't bother with him.
Well, if I thought there was a predator and I was that bothered as much as you,
So
I
why
would go to
didn't
the
you
police.
do it then?
Well,
Yeah,
why
it
didn't
happened
you?
to you.
Right.
Why didn't you go
Because
to the
you're the
police?
only one that's
Covering up,
bothered me.
SA.
You're
Thanks
the
for saying
only
that,
one
Talia.
that's bothered about the police, so why didn't you go to the police?
Because I didn't know about it till you mentioned it.
Would you not want to protect other women, though? Would you not want to protect other women?
Everybody.
I
And none of
didn't
you
know
have been
about
to
it
the
till
police.
you told
Yes,
us
you
this
did.
morning.
You knew about the cousin, you knew about Nadine, and none of you did nothing. So
I don't know.
What can we do, Talia? Darren
Well, what can
never
I
did that.
do?
Hang on, can I
Report
just
it.
finish? Let me just, Talia, I don't want to argue.
The
with you. Just let
victim
me
had
have-
already reported it.
Right, okay, sorry, awareness, I'm just going to mute you a minute. So, Talia, right, how can we report Darren to the police for situations that we did not know about and was not going to be brought to the app?
You did know. You did know. You know that Darren constantly abuses women. You know
No,
that.
how do I know that? I don't hang around with him. The only person that knew that was your man.
Donna, you
And
just admitted in front of everybody that you knew he was perving on his cousin. So don't lie.
Hang on, Talia. No.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
yes,
brought
yes,
to
yes.
No,
TikTok.
she didn't. What she said
No,
was she
it is.
heard it. Oh,
So
she
why
said, I
did-
remember that.
Hang on, Pearl. That was brought to TikTok. I remember that.
Yeah.
And throughout my life,
same.
I have stated that I don't like Darren. Right? I've stated.
But why
throughout my
didn't you go
life.
to the police?
No, listen. How can I get to the police? It
Because
wasn't
you've been
done to
made
me.
aware of a
Don't
predator.
deflect off me. The facts are. Yeah, the facts are. You and Rickster knew about his behaviour, but you wanted to keep him in the ARC agency. Rickster enabled his behaviour so you can make fucking money off him. Do not deflect this onto me, you stupid bitch.
And that's
How
the
can
way
I
the
go to
cookie
the police?
crumbled.
Didn't touch me up. Because had he have touched me up, I would have gone to the police purely to protect other women, you dumb bitch.
The question is as well is that if
Exactly,
I mean her own just 1 minute, Max. Her own essay, depending on what she wanted to do, she could either report it or not. That's up to her.
Yeah,
but I think
no,
but I think
we do anything about it.
no, but
we can't do nothing.
you're
about
right,
it,
and
can
I think the fact is that whether she knew about all the other things that had happened, which had given her red flags, which is why.
Women have already gone to the police.
Yeah, Talia, listen. Did you know about Darren messaging Ricky's daughter when she was 15?
No.
Did you
No,
know?
and Darren didn't. No, I didn't know any of that.
Did you know that
I only
there's?
learned about that in the last couple of weeks.
Did you know about any of the messages that Darren has been sending to these women asking for stuff on pictures and stuff like that?
I had no idea that he had sent Leslie that message.
Did you know?
If you didn't know, how the fuck are we supposed to know? And how the fuck are we supposed to go to the police?
What you do know about, you've said nothing.
But did you also know about that, Talia? Did you also know about that stuff as well?
She's deflecting. Sorry, TJ.
No, no,
Go
sorry.
on.
Deflecting.
Talia,
You're a deflector.
You're getting flustered now because
Talia, did you know about the other stuff as well?
No, you
Talia,
are. You're getting aerated and flustered. 'cause
Talia,
you know
keep to the
absolutely-
subject. Just keep to the subject. Did you know about the other stuff that related to?
What other stuff?
Look,
What stuff that you know about as well?
1 minute. Just let me finish the
The
question.
stuff
then.
that you know about as
What,
well.
when Ricky
TJ.
paid for him to have women come over the house and getting sent pictures back?
I never knew that Ricky.
So at no point Ricky's never mentioned any
I
of this
thought
stuff.
Ricky. Well, I've got no reason to lie, Pearl. I don't lie.
You've told enough today.
You might not be lying, but
What
you're
have I
certainly
lied
deflecting.
about,
You're
Donna?
deflecting.
You said on mine today, you knew. You said first you didn't, then you knew. When Ricky come up and I said, she's saying it's banter, you've openly admitted that you sent ladies of the night to him, and then you said, yeah, I knew that, but I thought it was banter as well, so
I
stop
said I
taking it
didn't
back.
know. As far as I was concerned, it
You
was
haven't
always
got a very
banter.
close relationship. You mustn't talk a lot together, do you?
I don't know. I wasn't with Ricky when they were doing all that, and I don't.
But you're
know
with him now.
Hang on a minute. I don't know what Ricky does with his money, and if he
So how are we supposed to know what's going on?
I'm not saying that it's not illegal to hire ladies of
It
the night. I'm
isn't.
not saying
So now you know
what
all
Ricky
of
does,
this,
I
Tanya.
always thought it was banter, but clearly not. He's obviously has paid for it a couple of times. But that's got nothing to do with me. You're totally deflecting and blaming.
No, you're
me.
deflecting. You're
Not at all.
deflecting.
Hang on, I ain't fucking touched no women.
Neither have we.
I haven't abused anybody.
Neither have we.
And coined it in on women's
Talia,
abuse of
but
6,000
if he
people
did,
making money.
if he did,
Get
you've
the
done
hell
nothing.
now.
You've done nothing to protect other women that have
Now
done that
you
to
know
you,
everything,
and you're
phone the
continuing
police.
this on.
Guys, the
can I just
6.4k
say-
people, get your harness in, please, guys.
You're
Thank
claiming
you.
this man done this to you, and
At the end
you're
of
not,
the
you've
day,
not done
right,
anything to
Talia
protect
can-
any other women.
I'm just going to say this. At the end of the day, Talia can deflect onto me and to everybody else as much as she wants. The truth of the matter is she stated in this box that they was not going to talk about this. It's only because there's been an argument because Darren's left the agency. Now, as if I was aware that somebody had predatory vibes, somebody was a little bit of a pervert, I would have contacted the police. Why is Rickster sending ladies of the night to Darren, knowing that Darren is going to record, Darren's going to be inappropriate? Why would Rickster? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're an ex-worker, you're still human, right? You've still got rights. So why are they sending women to the house?
And the other
right?
question is now, is she said that Ricky only fell out with Darren in October because of Live Pro. So it wasn't even about the issues of the red flags or the concerns he had. So if he hadn't fallen out with him about money on Live Pro situation, would he have just kept it going? And then what more would Darren have done
The only
in these red
person we
flag
haven't heard
situations?
from is Darren.
No,
Everyone
you would
else is allowed
expect.
to speak.
You would expect him to fall out
The only
over,
person that hasn't been
the
allowed
issues.
to speak is Darren.
All right, sorry, everyone's speaking about me, so I'm just going to answer a few questions. I'm not with Talia at the moment, I'm with a load of people, so I've had to come out my way to speak to you. I've been shared the live. Right, let's answer a few of the questions that TJ's talking about and we go from there. Number one, Darren didn't know that my daughter was 15. Let's everybody know that. He did it 6 years ago when I first met the guy. He sent her a message saying, hello, sexy, etc. He never knew she was 15, just to put it out there. In fact, he didn't know it was my daughter. I said he messaged my daughter, so let's put that to bed. Right. Secondly, when I did send Darren money for a lady of the night, that was also nearly 6 years ago. I did it once. I sent him a woman once, right at the beginning, and so has Dave contributed, and so has many others contributed over the years. We've all done it, okay? Look, Talia said, that is not illegal, all right? That's the first thing. Number three is this, right? Yeah, Darren, I've heard about the touching of his bloody, asking his cousin for stuff. Like I said, I think that Scottish fella's turned around and said, he's admitted to that on many, many occasions, and Darren hasn't got any convictions. But what I will say is this, right? Yeah, Darren, when he touched Nadine, right? He touched Nadine, was after the Talia scenario. It was after that. I stopped going live with Darren on many, many occasions. I stopped going with him. There's a lot of people in the boxes now who don't like Darren, of course. Darren a perv, including Luke said,
Yes,
I don't like
including
Darren.
me.
Luke,
Including me.
He's a pervert, right? Now, listen to what I'm saying to everybody, right? You've got to understand this, right? I've looked after Darren for years. I like Darren. I did, you know what I mean? I've sympathy. He's only 5'2". I'm 6'2". He's a little fella. I bought him tellies. I've sent him gifts. I built his platform. And if any of you know me, Shred, if you know me, Shred, you know back in the day, before you even had a platform, when I had a big, massive account, I built Darren up. Darren never had a platform until he met me. I was the one who introduced Darren to TikTok, and hopefully you can remember that. And I got him to tens of thousands of followers, and then obviously people started to know who Darren was. I've never needed Darren for clout, never have. I've always done my own thing. But what I will say is wrongly so, right? Yeah, with Darren, when he come on, I'm the one who introduced him to the Ark. I'm the one who got him inside of the Ark. And what I was saying about him staying there is this: Darren had his account taken down 6 weeks ago. 2 months ago, sorry, they took his account, TikTok, the bandit. Talia got his account. I said to Talia, get his account back, please. And she's like, no, I don't like. Talia don't like him. He did rub a file up there.
Can I just say something, Rickster, right?
Carry on. Carry on.
Yeah, okay.
Go
So
on.
I've been as far as I can be today. I don't know if you've been watching, right? So my problem with this is, right, why would you continue being friends with Darren after what he did with Talia and that other, I can't remember her name.
Listen, and that's a great question, Miss Red. Listen, that's a great question. I'm going to answer you, okay? Right. Darren, everybody who knows who's ever been around Darren's, because there's a lot of stuff that I know about Darren now that I've never brought to the app. I hadn't spoke about it because I don't particularly want to until he started screaming off Talia's mouth. All right. When he touched Nadine, obviously with Nadine, sorry. he touched Nadine before Talia. I've got it wrong. So he touched Nadine. I got told Ryder was speaking about it. Aidan was speaking about it. Aidan was messaging him about speaking to young boys. Darren was saying it wasn't true. And I'll be honest with you, I just thought they were all ganging up. They were all bullying him. That's what I thought. And besides that, I took Darren absolutely everywhere. When I took Talia down to his, we went to Edinburgh. Darren asked to meet us, so we went down there with Claire, a friend. Okay, when she took Talia and she bent his arm back, I honestly did take it as a joke, Miss Red. If it was anybody else, if he was a big man, and you know what I mean, you must understand.
Talia
when I'm
said
coming
you went
from
mad at the time.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. You understand? If it was a big man, I would have chinned him, but I did. I said, "Yeah, what are you doing, you dirty bastard?" Talia, you know what I mean? Because she bent his hand. I said, "What are you doing, Darren?" He goes, "Oh, I'm only messing about. It was my bad hand." That's what he says. That's his excuse. It was my bad hand, and that was it. And I did give him the benefit of the doubt, and I did give him a blight. Should I have
Ricky,
done
can
that?
I ask you something? Just what's come out this morning.
Yours, go on, Camille.
So you know the lass who's jumped out the box when she said he was asking her for inappropriate photos and messages, can they meet up? And then she said she come to you with it, right?
He hasn't.
So why-
I haven't seen any messages.
Well, she said you seen it.
What? No,
Yeah.
no. What I've seen is him asking to meet different women. He does it all the time, and I reckon there's 100. I reckon you've got to get 100 women in this box now who Darren's messaged and said, "Meet me, send me pictures, come to my house, I'll pay you." I guarantee. Donna reviewed to him and said, "Is there anybody now?" I guarantee this box will probably be full.
And how long was this going back from all these women? How long?
Well, listen to what I'm saying. So I've only known about, obviously, Nadine and obviously Talia. Do you know what I'm saying, Shia? But I did turn around and said to Talia, "Please give him a blow." She bent his hand back, and that was it. Because he's disabled. Yeah, because he's disabled, I've given him the benefit of the doubt and continue to go live with him.
Where did you get your daughter's phone number from?
When she used to come in my life, he did it on TikTok, Bill. She used to come in my lives and all that, and he went and he messaged her. But that's Darren. Darren, I tell you the truth, he ain't going to deny that. He's got to admit doing that.
So when did you last go live with Darren?
Yeah,
when
but you
when
all
did
saying
you
to me,
stop doing that?
I don't know if you've all noticed, because some of you, I know some of you watch me sometimes. I don't even know it, but I've stopped going live. I stopped going live with Darren on multiple occasions. I stopped going live with him.
But you were live with him last week.
No, yeah, I'm saying I'm not multiple times, not all the time. I used to go live with Darren every single fucking day, but I stopped. When I'm saying that,
do you know what it is, Rick? Right, and I'm being fair here. You know I am, because I've been ranting and raving. If I had wind, right, that Darren was this wrong gun and he was this massive pervert, he touched up my missus, right, which isn't a joke situation. It doesn't give him a pass because he's in a wheelchair. He still put his hands on your woman. That would be enough to me. Do you know what I mean? And I've got to say,
if it was anybody else, Donna, if any man in the world, right, you know what I mean, I'd be screaming, I'd be shouting, there'd be a different story. I'm saying, I know, he's a 5 foot. Darren's about 5'1". Right, he's a small lad, and when he did it, and she bent it, she goes, he said it was my bad hand, so I give it the benefit of the doubt. I did
but what
do
about
that
all the other stuff?
But listen, TJ, please. And from then,
I've just got to go to the toilet.
Yeah,
Talia. Talia hasn't liked Darren since then. There's a lot of people who calls Darren a perv. I've heard Luke call Darren a perv. Many guys say you don't like him.
Talia's just said I didn't call him out.
You've called him a perv many times.
Thank you very much. Online.
I think he is.
I think I've had No Face as well. I've in the past called Darren a perv as well. You know what I mean? And said that. You understand?
Do you think he is, Rick? To answer this question, do you think he is? Ricky, do you think he is? Just let me ask this one question.
Darren, listen, Dave Duran and DJ.
Ricky, do you think he's
listen?
Yes or no?
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question the way I want to answer it.
Answer it honestly.
Listen, I'm answering it honestly. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying Darren. I've never ever told he's not a perv. I'll call him a perv on live all the time, and there's not anyone
you do
here.
think he is?
Yeah, there's not one person. Everyone in No Face, Luke, Leslie, Talia, not one of you can say.
So the answer. Right, so then the next question is: if you believe that, why are you giving him a platform?
Well, you listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
And as of the 7th of January, you wanted him to stay into the agency.
And I'm going to answer that as well. Okay. I told you, Talia, right, he lost his account. It got taken totally down, right? I asked Talia to get his account back. I said, get it up there. Do you know what I mean? Rather him be with me than anybody else. Do you understand? She got his account back. So when he was leaving, my point to Darren, if you listen to the message, is this: where's your fucking morals? You got your account back. Talia got your account back. You wouldn't have an account if he wasn't for me. So why are you not going to stay with the art?
Paul, if he's a turd, he's not going to have any morals.
Do you know what
Let's be real.
Do you know what I think the issue is? Is that obviously I ain't digging at Talia, but Talia, when she was live earlier, turned around and said that she was made to stay quiet. Yeah, she was made to go along with it. Like, so people like
it wasn't the fact that she made to go quiet. I'm saying that look, she turned. Talia answered the question in the box. No face. I understand what you're saying, but she said earlier on, if it was anybody else, it was a big man and that, there would have been a different story. But because he's a little fucking 5 foot nothing,
no, I'm on about all the stuff
hand.
prior to that. So she spoke about all the stuff that he's done. Then said that she was made to be quiet. Let me just play this clip for you, so you're aware of what was actually said. Yeah.
We'll get paid for him.
Daddy, I told you this a long time ago. Ricky made me keep my mouth shut. He made me befriend him and be nice to him because, Paulie, Darren's in a wheelchair. And then he shat on Ricky from a great height. And there's no more of this
about the abuse. That wasn't about the essay.
No, that wasn't about the essay. That's why I just corrected. That's why I said it wasn't about the essay, because the essay was mentioned afterwards. But in that part, you said that you were made to be quiet about everything that had happened previously.
When you've lived a certain life and certain things have happened to you, you become very desensitized to things.
I'm sorry you don't put that essay up. I'm sorry.
Hang on a minute. No, hang on. You can't tell me how I should deal with a man touching me, okay? You don't know what I've been through in life, and a 4 foot nothing disabled guy is the least.
His height's got nothing to do where his hands went. What we're trying to say to do is scummy. He's a scummy little rat. That's what he is.
I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about how I deal
other
with
women.
things. I'm desensitized because of my own upbringing, and Darren is no threat to me. I could knock him out in a second.
I know, but
did I go run into the police?
What if it's another woman in a wheelchair who does this too?
But the question is, can I just point something out quickly, please?
One at a time.
Can I just quickly point something out? Sorry, can I just quickly point something out?
Why are you coming for me?
Don't talk, Talia, for God's sake.
You've caused all this.
Rickster stated this morning that he had a video off Darren and he would show it once he'd edited it because you could see stuff in it. And
Yeah,
he's
this
just
is
sat
what
in
I
his
said.
box.
Yeah,
You have just sat here and lied and said you haven't got nothing. You're a fucking liar.
Talia
Dirty
hasn't
dog.
okay, listen, don't call her a dirty dog, and she hasn't.
I'm talking
she's
to
a liar.
you.
She isn't a. Well, listen,
I'm talking
for
to
me.
you.
Oh, okay, you're talking to me.
You this morning admitted that you had a video that Darren had sent you of him and a prostitute, and that you would show it and you had to edit it because you couldn't. And you've just sat here and said you haven't got any videos or pictures. So
No, I
stop your
didn't.
lying,
No, I didn't. No, I
Rickster.
didn't. We could play back
Yes, you
the log. No, I
did.
didn't. No, I
Yes, you did.
didn't. No, I
Yes, you
didn't.
did. You sat in
No, I
Pearl's
didn't. I
live
said-
and said
No, I didn't.
Download me live.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You can check
Yeah,
my
you
live
did.
earlier on. I said,
Yes, you did.
I said, I have got. Anyway, can I talk? Can I talk? Anyway, when Darren had a woman once, right, Darren sent me over a photo. I've only got one photo of him kissing a woman's bum, and I've already said that on my live earlier, and I said it in Pearl's live.
No, you didn't. You said it was a video.
No, I didn't. Listen,
Yes, you
I said
did.
I've got. No, I didn't.
Yes,
I said
you
I've got a video.
Listen, you can't gaslight and manipulate me because I'm
can
not
you mute her a
vulnerable.
minute, please?
I
'Cause
will fucking
Pearl
come
can-
back at you,
Pearl.
and you won't be able to
Pat,
stand
you
here.
let me
You sat
talk.
there this morning.
Just let Rick's body say
Thank you very much. If Pearl goes back,
you said video, they're very different things.
listen, you're not letting me finish. Let me finish. Listen to Pearl's live. I'll tell you exactly what I said, word for word. And Pearl, get the screen recording later on and show everyone what I said. I turned around and said
I'll
this.
download
I have got a picture of Darren kissing a woman's bum. I've also got a video of Darren when I was in London when he tries to force a woman to kiss him and she's
Exactly,
pulling
so I'm
away.
not lying then, am I?
That's what I've got. I've got a video, and I have got a video.
Lying, you
And I
said
said
you got
that.
a video, but then
and
you
I will
just
be
sat there
playing
and said you haven't got anything.
No, I said no. I didn't. No, I
Oh my
didn't.
God, you just sat here and said you've got nothing.
No, I did
He
not
hasn't
turn
got
around and say
a
that.
naked video.
I've
Listen.
got no naked
You
videos.
fucking godfather.
I've got no video. I've got no videos of him. I've got no videos of him doing anything like. I've got him kissing a woman's bum and she's got no clothes on. Simple as that. And I asked Darren why he sent it me. That's all I turned around and
You know
said.
what?
And
The point is, this is all fucking pointless.
Listen,
the point
you've
is,
obviously
sat on
got-
all this
listen, you've obviously
information
got a
for months
vendetta
and
or
months,
hatred
and you
towards
are
me,
only
calling me a
bringing it
dirty
out
dog,
now
so
because you
go
have fell
away,
out with
Kat, go
Darren. You're
away.
a wrong
Rickster,
end
nobody
dog.
sounds
You're
like
sat
that.
on it.
Kat,
You're
tell me
sat
where
on it.
Tell me where you are, then, Kat.
You're
Tell me
sat
where
on
are you,
it.
Kat?
Man of the cloth. You're a fucking devil.
Listen, you're an absolute
There's
wrong
no
with yourself.
normalising.
Doing
Oh,
your little
God,
task.
Repeat behaviour.
Look, my mum's
You
dead.
need
My mum's
a
dead.
hair
My mum's dead.
treatment. Get
My
yourself
mum's
to
dead.
Headmasters.
That's a real hair. She hasn't got a frizzy perm. That is her real hair because she's got different backgrounds in it. Sorry,
mixed
Kat, for
race.
saying that.
So
I
based
don't
on
know
what
which way
No
to say
Face
it.
just played, oh, she's gone. Talia, what were you asked to hide?
I will let
if
me
you
just
didn't know anything
confirm
about
in that screen recording she wasn't talking about the essay. She spoke about the essay after that.
Yeah, so
what she
before
was
that-
speaking about was all the stuff that he had done.
In general,
said
like
that,
I used
all right?
to be I used to be really nasty to Darren. I just wouldn't tolerate him at all. So Ricky was like, can you please, like, he's disabled, you know, we don't know how long he's got, can you please just stop? So I was kind of made to just not.
But Talia, Ricky said this morning that he's just had a stroke and he's in a wheelchair and basically that's what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
And that was on my life.
He's got he's got Newman's disease. We all know this. He's not just had a stroke. He's got
But that's
Newman's
on my
disease.
life. I'm only saying what Ricky said. I'm not
No,
saying nothing.
and I don't really know. Like I've said, I don't really know too much about the disease. To be fair, like I said, he's had a stroke. He's had the chance to get rehabilitated, and he didn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't. He stopped going to physio.
The physio, he's told him that he'd be walking again and he'd be moving, but he just decided not to go. He didn't want to do it. But that's got nothing to do with that. I'm saying is right. If it was anybody else, I would have said, "Am I wrong to keep that back and go live with Darren and all that?" You know what I mean? Like I said, I drew away from him. I took it as
Yes,
I'll
it
give
was
him
wrong to keep all
the
that
benefit.
back.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. When he did it, she bent his hand back. He goes, "Oh, it's my bad hand." Do you know what I mean? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Look, but look, obviously when that thing happened, obviously with Nadine, and then he did it to Talia, then obviously I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, do you know what I mean? But I did continue to go live with Darren and do it because I never visited Darren ever again since.
But Nadine thing was before Talia, wasn't it?
Pardon?
Was the Nadine thing before Talia or after?
Yeah, the Nadine thing was before Talia.
Before. And then he's done it to her. I'm sorry if he had a bad hand or not. And he essayed something belonging to me in front of us. He wouldn't have been able to do it to nobody else.
I'll be honest with you, if you've seen him, Pearl,
In all honesty, hands on heart, Pearl. If he done that to you, and he's tiny, Darren isn't 5 foot nothing. He's about 4 foot. He's tiny.
I don't care. He's had that thought and his head had been laid out. End of.
You would have. Well, I can't hit someone in a wheelchair. I can't do it. I bent his arm back, but I couldn't.
I'm sorry,
Well, that was still abuse. Bending his hand back.
I'll be real.
I'm sorry, I don't care. Wheelchair, 2 foot tall.
That doesn't give him a pass to essay somebody.
Maybe I should have punched him up, but I did. It felt
Well, it
wrong.
doesn't give him a pass to essay. Could essay somebody else. You could have stopped it.
He hasn't essayed anybody else.
He essayed you.
We don't know what he's done.
Touching your whammy is not essay without your fucking consent. I'm getting out. Go on, bye.
Well, I had a go at him. I bent his arm back, and he's not done it since. So,
we don't know what he's done.
Exactly, that's abuse. Bending his hand back. That's not nice. Clear. So if you've abused him back for essaying you,
Yeah, but hey, Pill, look, you turn around and said, Pill, listen,
I'd
Pill.
have knocked him out. I'd have laid him out.
Pill.
too.
Calm down. I said, listen, you would have knocked him out. Talia bent his arm back. That's it.
Exactly. But she's saying
gonna
she
hurt him.
can't hurt a man in a wheelchair.
No, she did. She bent his arm back. That was good enough.
he's got a brain injury, pal. You can't just punch people with brain injuries.
Well, he wouldn't have said nobody else. Put it
With
that
all
way.
due
Sorry,
respect,
there's no excuse because he's disabled.
and we've never and listen, and no one's ever gone back there since. I kept my distance, but I still spoke to Darren because I give him the benefit of the doubt. Do you know what I mean?
Ricky, you can't sit there and say he's like fucking not compliment us. He may be disabled in his physical
as fuck, man. He's very quick-witted and clever.
Please
Darren
don't
is,
say that. Please don't say that he's a stupid man. That there's
he's
something
not a
wrong with
stupid
him
man.
because
He's
he's
not a
far
stupid
fucking
man.
from it. And when I called him out, you all went against me when I called him a dirty little perv. You told me not to call him out, to leave him alone.
We regret it. We regret it. We regret going against Aiden. We
That's one.
regret
I will throw my hands up there. Luke did call him out, and he was going to do a live with him and say. And I asked Luke not to do it. I said, leave him alone and all that. And Luke said, no, Ricky, I'm not going to let. He's essayed this woman. I'm getting him. And I was like, no, just leave it. And
What made you fall out with him, Ricky? What made you fall out with him?
I was getting his brother. To be fair, he's got a brother called Luke Thompson who's just literally gone to jail for 10 years. And before
Ricky,
anybody
sorry, I'm not. Can I let me jump in? Come on, you fetch my family. You cannot.
No, but you know what it is, Phil. Do you know what it is, Phil?
That's been public knowledge for fucking time.
Yeah, but
We're not responsible for what our families do.
It wasn't just that. It was
Hey,
the
he's a
whole live
stepbrother,
pro
isn't he?
thing.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
no
he
face.
was
Listen,
behaving badly and-
Go on,
That's
sorry.
what I thought it was over the Live Pro thing.
Well,
I'll say
Live
it,
Pro,
think
he just
it.
refused to come in Ricky's live, support him. He refused to battle Ricky. He just was so jealous. He didn't want anything to do with Ricky when Ricky was going for Live Pro. So that really put our nose.
So that's where it all stemmed from.
Yeah,
It is, yeah, Pill.
And that was November. That was
it is.
November. So it isn't just because of a fallout, because they fell out in November. Then he started not turning up to battles, and then he started bad mouthing people, and it was just a nightmare. That's where the fallout started from, but not where this all started from.
He's a wrong one, whichever way you look at it.
I just want to put out there, guys.
I'm saying,
even
hang
though-
on, quickly, because I've got to go.
Sorry,
Listen,
I just want to put out there, sorry, because Darren's not here to defend himself. If Darren does want to
Share the live to Darren.
I'll make it fair for Darren, turn the comments off, because obviously we're all and it's only fair. If he wants to come in, he can have his say. And I just want to put out there, right, that Darren is not responsible for what his brother did.
Exactly.
Just like we've got family members.
No, I'm saying that Darren used to knock around with him. There's a difference if there's a wronging around, you know what I mean, or you know someone, that's different. I'm saying he was knocking around with him. He was around his house.
I think what the thing is, yeah,
And
Darren's
visited
a
him in
wrong.
prison.
We all know Darren's a wrong, yeah. Everyone knows that, but I think it's the case of people just finding out that obviously you knew, and then you're only coming out of it now because of obviously.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying, no face, right? Listen to what I'm saying.
Darren,
when
get back
when,
in.
when Darren grabbed her up, Talia bent his arm back. You know what I mean? And he went, "It was my bad hand." So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? He said it was my bad. I gave him the benefit, and I continue to go live with him. But this is not the first thing that's been coming out. A lot of stuff's been coming out from Darren a long time. I have distanced him since Live Pro, and things haven't been the same since then.
So Ricky, how did you feel? You know, when your mod come to you with them, this is what you've still never answered us. How did you feel? Why did you not just kick him from the agency then?
You never.
Because-
She was just in the box. You've just got rid of her. She hasn't sent me. All she's shown me, Pill, which is many other women, is him asking to meet her. That's all he said. Can I meet you? Will you come to my house? You know what I mean? That's it. I haven't seen. She hasn't. And you can ask her, get her in the box. That's all she's ever
Beth
sent
said
me.
she's seen pictures and videos and messages from a variety of women.
What she's seen, TJ, is the picture of Darren kissing a woman's bum, and the other video where basically he's trying to force the woman to kiss him, which I've got the video, which I'll play tomorrow on my FYP. That's it. That's what things I've got of Darren. I've got nothing more than that. But they're not good. Do you know what I mean? But there's not something that you can go to the police to and say, "Oh,
It's
look
not
at this."
about the police, I suppose. This is a matter of you knowing
TJ, you're
things.
saying, why have you kept him in the agency trying to make out like we've used him for money and all that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I do believe a lot of this, I'm being fair here, a lot of this, Darren's behaviour has been swept under the carpet, and nobody should have been associated with him, whether he's in a wheelchair, whatever, disabled.
Yeah, I
Nobody
agree.
should have
I agree, but
associated.
not for money.
Richter shouldn't have associated with Darren. if
100%. Listen, ladies. Right, I'm gonna do my live tomorrow. Yeah, 100%, Donna. Right, listen, let's just nip this in the bud. Right, I'm sick to fucking death of the fallouts with Pearl and you, Donna, and Talia, all screaming at
We're
each
not
other.
friends, just putting that out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, all screaming at each other. I'm just saying, I don't want more any animosity, Pearl, to be fair. I don't want it. I'm saying, I made wrong decisions, you know what I mean? I did, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit too forgiving sometimes, and I am. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I was wrong to probably say to Talia, don't do that. I'm not the kind of person to speak to the police, you know I'm not. And obviously, Talia bent his arm back, and I forgave Darren. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But since then, a lot more's happened. You know what I mean? I'll play a little bit tomorrow, and I'm only doing that is because of his playing messages and saying all this and that. I'm the one who asked him to stay in the agency and told him not to leave because we protected his account and saved it. I thought, you might as well be with me than anybody else because he's still doing his bloody TikToks regardless.
You know, can I give you one piece of advice? Just
Somebody
one
in my
piece.
agency.
He's not there now.
He's
He's not,
showing them behaviours.
I know he's not there. He's not there now.
Ricky, can I give you one piece of advice? If you and Tally is like in a relationship like you are, you should speak more, and especially if I thought it was your agency, not joint, Ricky.
But I'd only been with Talia. Don't forget, when they saw this happen, I'd only been with Talia months at the time when she met Darren. I've been with Talia an awful long time.
But
now,
even now, whatever's happening, you should like communicate with her.
No, we do.
Because she never knows anything that's going on.
Pearl, listen, I've got sometimes, man, I've got a bit of an art. This geezer is 5 foot, absolutely nothing. And you do, for some reason, when someone's got a disability, she seems to forgive him a little bit more. And now I know you being ladies, if he would have touched you, you probably would have given him a beating and you would have went to the police. I understand that. But me being me, I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. And I didn't mean it. It was my bad hand. And I give him the benefit of the doubt. Should I continue to go live with Darren? No, but I've known that guy for 6 years. years. Don't forget
But
that.
what I'm not on about, Darren, what I'm saying is, in the future, you should, you and Talia communicate more, because every time something happens, she never knows anything about it. And
Yeah, well, I didn't
The
know.
only thing I
Those
don't know
bitch.
about is the ladies of the night.
Yeah, exactly. That's, you know what I mean? And
That's him just sending him money. I don't think
But
he.
to be fair, what happened before their relationship happened before their relationship. Talia didn't even need to know anyway.
I'm saying since they're together now, they should be speaking more, because it sounds like you just don't talk.
I don't want to know what he does with his money, pal. I'm old.
What you're on about with his money? I'm on about anything to do with the agency. Stop letting your dirty little man go in the gutter.
What are you talking about?
Oh, just
Who mentioned money? I said you two should
can you
fucking talk
just
about
calm
the
down?
agency and who's in it.
Bill, come on.
Your
Bill,
mind
can
went
you
straight
just-
to the gutter, Talia Dean.
Bill,
I know exactly what goes on with my agency, because I'm the
Can
one
you just,
that
Talia, can you just both calm down and
I
just be
know
mates
exactly
for
what
30
goes on
seconds?
with the Talia.
Just, Talia, please, can you just both be mates
Ricky,
for
do you
30
find
seconds?
do you understand why?
Please.
Do you understand why it feels weird that after you know everything, that on the 7th of January you still asked him to stay in the agency? Can you see why people? Can you just let me just finish the sentence? Can you understand why it feels weird that after all the things you've known in the past and also what you've recently discovered, that you want to keep him in an agency where you'd have to have that
I didn't.
interaction?
I
No,
did
I'm
not.
not saying you, Talia. I'm asking Ricky.
I think Ricky had a love for Darren.
Talia, Ricky can talk for himself.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Don't forget, I was very fond of Darren. You know what I mean? I've known the guy for 6 years. You don't forget that. And I think every one of you's on here, I've seen all the stuff I've done with Darren over the years. And I think No Face, Pearl, and you, Donna, I've seen what I've done for Darren. I've visited him. I've been out clubbing with
I
him.
said that at the beginning of my
I've done
life.
all. You know what I mean? I've supported him.
I've
When everyone was going against him in Scotland, I stuck up for him, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. When I first got with Talia and he did that, you know what I mean? I thought, fucking hell, he's only a little disabled kid. It was my bad hand. Should I have continued supporting him? No, I shouldn't have. There's some of the things that I know now that I don't like him messaging women and all that. Yeah, it is. But is he committing crimes? Messaging women, asking them to go and see him, and can he pay him to see him? And that, no,
I mean, people may consider that creepy, but messaging
it is
women,
creepy. It is creepy.
Yeah, but it's nothing that no other man doesn't do on the planet, Rickstar.
I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. This is
Some
what
of
I'm
the other
saying.
stuff that is done, questionable.
Yeah.
But messaging women, having ladies of the night, it's
Get
not
Darren
that.
in.
It's what men do, you know, and women equally.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just being fair here. I'm being fair, but the other stuff, if it's true, it's wrong. But Darren is here. The 7,000 people is only fair that Darren is allowed in the box, and I'm going to let Darren have his say
Yeah,
because
get him
I've
in.
got to keep it fair. But I do want to hear from Darren. I want to hear what Darren's got to say. So, Rick's to Talia, No Face. Is it okay if you drop from the box and I get
Yes,
Darren? Yeah, is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren, if you want to join the box and have somebody with you, you're more than welcome, mate. You've been spoken about for the last 2 hours, and we're going to hear what you've got to say. Right, where is he?
Oh my god, it feels like peace for like 10 seconds.
I don't think they're not requesting, guys. They're not requesting, so I can't get them in the box. Mods, if Darren, Choli, or DG wants the box, please let them in the box, guys.
Go on, I'll jump down now, me baby. Thank you for letting me up.
Okay,
and get
thank
your
you,
heart
Carl.
knees in.
Yeah, get him in.
Oh, kick us out, Donna.
Sorry.
Oh.
How peaceful is this?
I know, we just need 10 minutes of not 10 minutes, 10 seconds of peace. But I think you're right. Yeah. I think it's just the things that have happened over the period, whether some of them are bad, some of them are good. I think the culmination of all of that, I just don't understand why someone would want to keep him in an agency actively when all that stuff has happened. If you've got concerns about him, you don't want to go live with him, but you're happy for him to go live with other people while in your agency. It just doesn't make sense.
And as well for me too. Hello, Cholia. Can I just say this as well for me? I'm not sat here and I'm not defending Darren. I've made my point quite clear. I'm being fair where everybody's concerned because I don't like any of them, right? But for me, a lot has been said and we have to go off evidence and proof as well. Remember this, guys, okay? So it can't just be hearsay. We need evidence, we need proof because of some of the things that have been said. Hello, Chole.
Hello, I'm in here because apparently I have a secret agency. Guys, I do not have an agency at all. I would not own an agency. Talia actually knows this because me and Talia have spoke about this previously. I actually get on with Talia. I get on with Darren. I don't want any part in the drama. However, I do not want my name to be brought up. What benefit would I get from having a secret agency? Let me ask you that question. What benefit would I get? I wouldn't. I've sent Talia a message so Talia can respond. She's got me on WhatsApp. She spoke to me previously before. I've tried to help her out. Talia's right in the fact that an agency should not approach Darren because that is against the guidelines. So I get why Talia is angry about that if somebody has. However,
she has put in the chat. She doesn't. I was mistaken. So Talia just put that in the chat.
Talia, if you want to request the box to speak to Jolie, you can. Sorry, Jolie.
No, I appreciate it. I'm just not having, there's no need for my name to even be brought up. I'm not involved in it. I wish that they could just make friends because if I'm honest with you, it looks as if Darren is actually missing Ricky. I don't know if they will ever make it up. I hope that they do, but I just don't want my name being involved in it. I'm away in Thailand trying to live my life, guys. Just, you don't have to bring me up. Let me
don't drama talk, Jolie.
I know. The only drama I want is getting attacked by elephants. Not this. But if Talia's apologised, that's good enough for me. I just don't want any involvement. I hope that they all make up and become friends.
Yeah, she
and while
did
I'm in
just put
here,
that in the chat, though.
You did, perfect. While I'm in here, I'm clout chasing. Follow this account, please. I have a new business that's just coming out next month. Love you all. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Jolie. Enjoy Thailand and the elephants.
Thank you. Lots of love. Goodbye.
Bye, darling. Oh, wow.
So are you still sharing videos? Are you still sharing the rest of the videos, or?
Luke's going to go live now, so we'll all go over to Luke's and see what Luke's got to say. But like I say, if Darren is here, I would like him to have his say. It's only fair. I don't know if Rickster, Talia and everybody else is going to, make friends after all of this. Myself personally, I just feel like it was kind of like if this stuff really has happened, it shouldn't have been covered up or kept secret, whether someone's disabled or not. It doesn't give them the right to go round and do what they do. However, we need receipts and we need proof of not the essay, I'm not saying that, but other things Darren's been accused of, because without that, it's just hearsay. So, what do you say, Team Joe?
No, I totally agree with that. I think you need to have some sort of evidence in that. But, people asking for evidence of essay and, what each person would do on that, that can't happen.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Right. I don't think.
Hello, Miss Red.
Levi.
You got me banned.
How?
Can you put me big screen? I'll show you. Look. Someone's claiming on your behalf. Hold on, bear with.
I did it, Levi. I claimed on Miss Red's behalf because you are on your own live and you're in other boxes. Out.
See, look, Donna Monteith.
Oh, well, I've got someone working on my behalf. I do apologise about that, Levi.
I lost all my money.
No, you haven't.
Well, I'm on account one now. Any more one, I get permaban now.
No, that's nothing to do with me, Levi.
I know,
Whoever did that shouldn't have done it.
It's not, people are not trademarked. You can report it and claim on people's behalf. So it's kind of dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nothing to do with me, Levi. I wouldn't do that to you, mate.
It's all good, but yeah, I got to take it.
Yeah, I don't mind you. You have my permission to come to play my videos night and day, mate.
Can someone send me that screen recorder? I'm sure
Stay banned, Levi.
The appeal.
All right, thank you, Levi.
Thank you.
Justice for Levi, guys.
Right, I'll let you crack on.
I have not sent people out reporting on my behalf.
Yes, she has. She told me to do it earlier.
I want to be on the FYP. I fucking love it.
You're going to be on it today.
I know. Thank you,
See you
TJ.
later. Bye.
Right, guys, there's 6,000 people in the room. Please make sure that you are following this account. All right, guys, because we'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock with all the gossip, all the news, and all the FYP. All right, guys, everybody, please make sure that you go out. Is this Darren? Oh God, Darren, if you're here, comment in the chat. Please make sure that everybody goes over to Luke the Judge's live, because he's going to scream and shout and have his opinions on this. All right, guys. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Thank you, moderators, for looking after the room. There we go, guys. See you tomorrow morning, 10. Head over to Luke the Judge's, guys. Mwah. Thank you. Bye, everyone.